Check.
Going live in 30 seconds. Live in 20 seconds. Live in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Powell County High School Sports Network's coverage of Powell County High School athletics. Ken Simon, almost said Ethan Moore, but along with Angela Osborne and David Faulkner and Nevaeh Bridgman back in the studio with you here, as it is our doubleheader today, David, as the Powell County Pirates facing off against the Lee County Bobcats here in the boys' 56th District Tournament. Game number 2 as Owsley County ended up losing to Estill County in game number 1. And so the winner of this game will face off against Estill County. As these two teams faced off earlier in the season, the Pirates ended up winning both of those games 6-1 and 4-0. Overall, David, when I went back and looked at statistics, Powell has only lost once going back to 2009, and that was back in 2013. Between 2000 and 2009, Lee County actually led the Pirates 13-9 in head-to-head. But again, since that 2009 mark, all the way through now, the Pirates have only lost one game to these Bobcats.
Yeah, there for a long time. Lee County was very competitive in the district almost every year, and you just knew when you faced Lee County it was going to be a good ball game. And that's kind of the way it's been for the last, I guess, I don't know how long, probably even back when I played. Lee County was one of the number one rivals that we had, and again, you brought Estill County in like 2006, I believe. Kind of changed it up a little bit, but now those couple years where Lee County was victorious over the Pirates, and since then it has been pretty much all Pirates in Estill County as far as reaching the finals. But again, the return of Gene Combs for the last month or so, I think it will help this team. They've played Powell County twice. I won't say necessarily close. 4-0, 6-1 are closer than they have been in years. That being said, we'll call that close in a game where this is the more competitive of the two. When you talked about baseball contests, Estill won 15-0 and 3. That's kind of what we expected to happen in that one. Even the broadcasters come over and said, Bud Owsley was a little bit better than what we thought. They kind of stopped us a little early with their pitcher, and after that, it was pretty much Estill County just couldn't hold back too much longer. They just scored a bunch of runs and were victorious. And again, they'll play that schedule to go on Monday night. I know the baseball schedule is scheduled for Monday night. I'm just not sure about the softball schedule, so I'll have to check with our AD to make sure I'm correct on that. Again, they want to get all these games in today because the weather forecast for next week does not look promising. So they want to try to get this game played by Tuesday at the latest. Again, that is to make sure you got all your pitching back for the regional tournament, which starts next weekend. So again, that would line up with that pretty well. So going forward, you got the battle here to stop between Lee County and Powell County. They got to do the same thing we did over earlier when I got to do the announcements and introduce the players. They'll introduce your all district team. It's not an all tournament team. It's a regular season all district team. Those players will be announced here tonight and get their awards and recognize all the players. So we'll kind of recap the softball game maybe a little bit here. Again, Powell County was victorious 9-4, I believe was the final score. Lee County was able to eke out a couple of runs there late. Powell County really did a good job of adding on to the second inning where they scored 4. Did a good job of add on softball, small ball. 6 hits, that's all Powell County had. 5 hits was all Lee County had. Really good pitching performances by both young ladies. The senior Kunda for Lee County had 14 strikeouts on the night. Again, and only allowed the 6 hits, and then there were, I think, maybe 5 errors on Lee County that were really bad times. And for the Pirates, Kylie Schick struck out, I think it was 7 for the contest, and only allowed 5 hits from Lee County, one of those being a home run to Cundiff. But really, really entertaining game. We thought it would probably be the most contested game of the 4. This one would be the second most contested game, you would think. Estill County should handle Owsley County fairly easily in softball action. I don't think Danny's going to have a very long broadcast night over there. This one may go the distance here.
Never can tell. Let's set things for you first. We'll start off for the Pirates on the mound. It will be Carter Poe. And behind the plate will be Drew Miller. Over at first base, Dylan Carter. Second base, Bo Begley. Over at shortstop be Levi Wells. Third base, Lacey Dickin. In left field, Jordan Del Rosario. Center field, Tucker Ramsey. And in right field, Kane Knox. And actually, early on, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Carter Poe who actually ended up pitching against
Lee
County, yeah, to pick up the win. So he has 2 wins on the season, 2.96 ERA in 23 2/3 innings. He has started in 3 of those contests. Again, 2 wins out of that. And for Lee County on the mound, it will be David Andrews. Behind the plate, Kanan Donathan. Over at first base, it will be Jake Jewell. Second base, I don't even have a second base. There he is, Jake Mays. Over at shortstop, will be Jace Osborne. Third base, Jared Lucas. Over in left field, it will be Timothy Tipton. In center field, it will be Landon Shelton. And in right field, it will be Cole Wilder. For Tipton, he will have a DH batting for him, and Bentley Deaton, that will be in the 7 spot. So it will be Shelton leading off, Jace Osborne batting second, Jared Lucas in the 3rd spot, Jake Jewell batting cleanup for Lee County, David Andrews. In the 5th spot, Kanan Donathan, in the 6th spot, Bentley Deaton in the 7th spot, the DH, Jake Mays, the second baseman, batting 8th, and in the 9th spot, the right fielder, Cole Wilder. Again, the Pirates are in their black jerseys and gray pants, and for Lee County, they are in their gray pants and red jerseys with blue letters and blue trim. Coming in with a record of 5-16 on the season are the Bobcats. Jason Osborne is the head coach, and for the Pirates, 13-17 on the season, coached by Frank Spencer. But David, over the last 10, I believe the Pirates are 8-2 over their last 10. Really got on a nice winning streak here lately. Been hitting the ball a lot more productively here, advancing runners, solid defense. But really the bats have come alive, especially here down the stretch, which is really when you want a team to really get hot.
Better approaches, from my understanding, and talking to some of the folks that go to the games. And, again, they're taking shorter swings, not trying to kill the ball. And the other night was kind of pure beauty to watch against Bath County, where they just hit the ball the other way, hit it hard, and that's what you want to see out of a team. To me, you stay on the ball longer, you can drive it the other way, hit it pretty hard, put pressure on the other team. And again, you saw some of that in the softball game. Now, Lee County did a really good job of going the other way. Powell County, a couple of times went the other way. One of the big hits late in the game for Powell County was a triple by Zaley Strange that went to the right field line, took it deep, and that's sometimes you put balls in play and you don't have to swing as hard, and it works out really well for you. So I think the Pirates have kind of figured some things out. They've had an uptick in their averages in the last 10, where they should have been pretty much all season. This team really is not that bad of a hitting team. You'll hear some averages tonight, or maybe not. I'm not talking about them a whole lot, but some of the averages that I would have expected have been pretty good or have not been. That being said, looks like, I don't know, I guess they're introducing all the players. I don't know. They've had their meeting.
Can't hear them. The PA system here, they can barely even hear it.
So we will get the script read, and they will introduce all the players just like they did earlier, and do the all district team. So we'll go ahead and we'll step away for a commercial break. Be back in a few moments here on WSKV.
Suffered a stroke, receive long-term antibiotics, need wound care, or need to regain your strength and mobility. You have a choice in post-hospital care and can receive care right in Estill County. For more information on the swing bed program at Mercy Health Marcum Wallace, call Case Management at 606-726-2159.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to PCSN.
So welcome back here. Had a little issue there, but we got back on. So now we're introducing the Powell County starters and roster. They'll come out as you see the Lee County team on the field. This is the batting order as well. Carter Poe, again, he'll be your pitcher tonight. Levi Wells playing shortstop. Drew Miller, he'll be doing the catching. Dylan Carter will be playing first base. Lacey Dickin will play third. Bo Begley will bat in the 6-0, play second base.
We're going to have to talk to the city about improving the sound system. You really can't hear.
Not much, no. I got one headset on.
Yeah.
Jordan Del Rosario batting seventh, playing left field. Number 22, Tucker Ramsey. He'll be in center field. And batting ninth, playing right field, wearing number 9. He got the 9s covered. Kane Knox for the Pirates. And then the rest of the roster and coaching staff for Powell County.
Should we assume they'll play the national anthem again?
Well, they're looking after the flag. I would assume we're playing the anthem one more time.
So actually, let's go and take another commercial break. We'll be right back here on the Powell County Sports Network.
At Powell County Farm Bureau, they pride themselves on helping customers in Stanton and the surrounding area get the insurance coverage that's right for them. With a local team of agents, including James Dennis and Anna Tipton, claims staff, and customer service representatives, their members enjoy unmatched dedication and personal attention. Call 606-663-2222 or stop in today at 170 Court Street in Stanton and let them show you why they're Kentucky's insurance company. That's your Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment.
Your health means everything, and every minute matters when an emergency puts your health at risk. That's why it's essential to get the care you need as soon as possible. The emergency department at Clark Regional Medical Center is ready, providing quality care with the peace of mind of a certified chest pain center. Don't make your health wait. Get to the hospital. Clark Regional Medical Center. Learn more at clarkregional.org.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network on your official station for Pirate Athletics, WSKV 104.9 FM Pickup Country, and streaming 24/7 online at listenlikealocal.com.
Welcome back to the Powell County High School baseball field as we have switched gears here now here at Stanton City Park. We switched over to the baseball complex while Estill County switched over to the softball facility.
So we are on the radio. We are on Facebook Live and the YouTube channel.
Yes.
In case you're interested in
all
watching
that good
the
stuff.
Video.
And if you want to watch Estill County versus Owsley County, it will be on Facebook, YouTube only.
On the Estill County
On
side.
the Estill County side, yes. So we've got the player introductions taken care of.
The system is a little bit different than what we're used
Yeah.
to, right? Even the way we sound, everything, the controls, it's...
We're never fully understanding this particular unit because
We probably would have been better off just bringing our kid over here.
then we'd have left Danny without anything.
No, they have their own
They
kit.
have their own kit. Yeah, I
Regardless.
understand what you're saying.
We should have just packed it with us.
Well, we could
Sorry
have.
to
We were
talk
in a
to-
hurry because guess what? The baseball game was over well before our game. We were rushing to get over here.
Yeah.
As our game wasn't over until about 7:20 or 7:15. So
here we are, almost an hour,
Yeah.
give or take. You know,
Yeah.
48 minutes is basically where we are.
But
getting
again,
started on this
that game was supposed to be the closer contest.
Yeah.
And it went over a little over 2 hours. So Again, Powell County again picking up the victory against Lee County. Well-fought victory. Again, those two teams have battled for years. Similar to these two teams for a lot of years. Powell Lee a lot of times in the first round. Sometimes it's Estill Lee. This game was flopped. Again, Powell and Estill County were tied regular season for the regular season district. Difference there being that the RPI gives Estill the higher seed. Therefore, Estill's the one playing Owsley, Powell the 2. Similarly in softball, Powell County and Lee County were tied for the second spot, but per RPI, Powell County had an RPI, but only a couple tenths of a point over Lee County to again get that home field advantage and to be the home team on the scoreboard. Again, it is a bigger deal. Again, a lot of times in basketball, you don't really worry about it a whole lot if you're the 2 or the 3 because it doesn't matter. But in softball and baseball, you bat last. So it is a little bit bigger of a thing to have happen. So again, Powell County hosting this year, and again, looking at the baseball field, Ken, knowing what it was likely this morning.
Oh, unbelievable.
Phenomenal job, crew, for getting it done over here at the baseball facility. Again, this place looks really nice. Whether it was all the coaches, the city, whoever, field looks really nice. The softball field was in great condition as well. A lot of hard work. Thanks to all the coaches. I know that put a lot of time in to get these fields looking like they do.
We are currently in a sun delay.
Oh, was that the official word?
Yeah. Yeah, we're in a sun delay. I mean, you can tell.
If we're in a sun delay right now, Ken,
I mean,
we're going to be here a while.
Well, if you're the pitcher and the catcher and you're the batter, that's coming straight in.
Well, it is, but
I'm just telling you.
I understand, but it's really not in the slot. I don't think, but it can cause a problem. But if we're, like I said, if we're in a sun delay right now, we'll be here a while.
We were already going to be here a while.
What show you want to talk about now?
Well, our word of the day is windy.
Windy.
We had petrichor the other day.
Petrichor the other day.
That was the scent of rain.
Yep.
And so now windy. But at this point on this side, not nearly as windy as it was over on the girls' side.
You don't feel it. No, you have more things blocking. You have higher trees here than are over there. They're further away. Over there, you really feel all the wind. I've been there for years, and you do feel that wind a little bit. There's less blockages over there. While we're just kind of here again, I want to send big kudos out to some people. Watched Chris Bailey last night on the weather on WKYT. And Jim Caldwell, those guys, man, did an awesome job covering the storm. They kind of tracked that tornado all the way through Somerset, London, on into Hazard. I think that they said they kind of stayed kind of on the ground for over 500 miles, that system. It's a pretty phenomenal storm. Again, our thoughts and prayers out to the families, and especially in Laurel County. There's several losses of life there. I heard 14 was the latest number I heard. That number could go up. Again, the destruction, I saw some pictures today, and it's just, oh, man, it's just awful that what you see in the Somerset area, the Laurel County, and London, all the places that were hit. Again, it was a long line of tornadoes. It wasn't just like hit and miss, and I think that at one time they tracked 3 different tornadoes going through Somerset and into London, so, and almost in the exact same track. So thoughts and prayers go out to those folks down there. But again, big thank you to, again, all the weather folks. I just happened to watch WKYT. I'm just saying that's the only one I can bring up. But I know all the channels probably covered it. Thanks for those guys to stay on the air and keep us informed. Again, we got a little bit of storm damages here in Powell County, but not nearly what they got, so wouldn't even call them storm damages here.
Well, I don't know. One big bolt of lightning came through about 2 o'clock in the morning for me, and I mean, it cracked so loud. I was literally in a dead sleep. It flashed so much. I have an outside floodlight that's motion sense.
It was
right? So light. It
turned it off.
It came on, you know. But, well, I don't know what kind of tree it took down. Man.
There was one here across the road in Stanton.
Yeah, that was big too, right? All right. Well, while he's trying to get himself organized here again, we're in a slight delay here again, just based on sun. Maybe another 5, no more than 10 minutes.
No, 30.
Yeah, you think? No.
Yeah, if you call sun delay as high as that was, when it gets down below the tree line is when it's really bad. Trust me, it's not a 5-minute delay. It's longer.
And we rushed to get over here and everything. We didn't even think about the sun.
Well, I thought it was – I'm thinking it's coming from – well, I thought it would be in this angle. To me, it's just off center. I think you could probably play. But if the officials think it's not safe, then they're making the right call.
They already have the lights on. They just turned the lights on just to make sure that that's taken care of going forward, which was a nice addition. It was nice that actually took place to get these
different
lights up. Yeah, and a lot more efficient in that as far as the coverage of the field.
Again, the city bought these a couple years ago, I think from UK maybe, if I'm not mistaken, and had to have some special permission. You had to use the same poles that we had existing poles, so they had to be a certain height. Had to change a couple out, and now we have some really nice lighting here at the Charles Childers Field, Stanton City Park.
We've actually got a.
Go ahead.
I was going to say we got a nice crowd over here as well, right? So the
more spread out. It's a little bit more spread out than it was at the softball field. Everybody kind of compacted in. These people are sitting all the way down the left field line. People sit all the way down the right field line here. Again, you do have a good turnout. And, again, thanks for everybody for coming out. It's been a beautiful day. And it's going to be pretty again tomorrow for the forecast. But next week doesn't look real favorable for action. And, again, you got to get these games in, but everybody's going to be in the same boat.
Got to get them in by Thursday.
Well, the baseball wants to get Thursday by Tuesday, so they'll have a pitching advantage over everybody else. And, again, we started early.
Thursday being the latest. At that point, you got to get them in by Thursday at the latest.
I think there's a potential start date of Saturday, but I've also heard that they're going to wait until Monday, which is Memorial Day, right?
Correct.
And there's no school. Normally they play all the games on that day. But I would think they'll try to play baseball on Saturday, maybe all the softball on Monday. I've seen it. I can't remember it. It's my fault. My memory serves me poorly. But they've already got it pretty much planned out. The 14th Region Policy Board kind of sets that in action. I've seen the kind of not the brackets, but I've seen how it's the dates and times.
Right.
So I'm believing it's baseball action maybe. Maybe both playing on Saturday. I'm not real sure. So I won't render a guess. We'll just tune in to WSKV. Go check it out on the page, and you'll have all your information about the 14th Region Tournament, baseball and softball. I believe I'm not even going to guess where it is.
Should be close, right? At this point, like we should, it's just about me happening here.
I'm telling you,
one of the
those trees do not block that sun from coming in. You might think it does, but it does not. So I'm thinking another 20 minutes. That's what I'm thinking.
We'll see.
You're being on the positive side, aren't you?
Well, at this point, again, it's not that intrusive. And I get as it gets lower, right, it's going to come barreling in, right? I mean, it's going to be really sharp as far as that laser with that sun as many times as we've been over here. But at this point, again, we shouldn't be that much.
Well, one guy
down the line.
I can look out there. Gary Hammonds is doing the game today. He's formerly a coach at Knott County. He's been umpiring now for a long time. I actually played. I believe I was playing maybe when Gary was coaching. He was really young then at the time, and I went through where Gary was coaching. I was umpiring, and now Gary's umpiring, and I'm doing the radio stuff. But Gary's been here a long time with sun delays. He kind of understands it. He's not behind the plate tonight, but he understands these sun delays here at Powell County, and we've talked about this on a previous broadcast. This is one of the few places you'll see a sun delay to play a baseball game. Again, there is danger to the batter, the catcher, and the umpire. So those three people are in danger when the sun is directly in their eyes coming from the pitcher. I believe it's over to the right. I'm looking at it from our perspective. From our right, I don't think it's as intrusive as it is when it's about 20 feet to the left from where it is. When I say 20 feet, I'm talking about hundreds of miles. But obviously, I'm going to say it in simple terms. When it's more dead center, it's really bad. That's where it was a couple of weeks ago. Now it's a shade to the right of that, and I thought it was okay. And right now, if you had to go get a bat, and it do have a left-handed pitcher tonight, Carter Poe, left-handed. And he may come from that slot just a little bit more. And these guys know. We're not starting in a while. They're over here chatting it up with their buddies, and they understand. Lee County out warming up again. Powell County's guys out warming up. Umpires talking about going fishing, I'm sure. Right?
Yeah. Where are you working next weekend?
Yeah. What game you got? Who you got in the region, man? Who you got? I don't think they've got those set up yet, or shouldn't have. So you know your matchups, and I'm not even sure anybody else is playing today. I think we're the only district in action.
I don't think so either, honestly. I don't think that there is anybody that's actually playing. But
this was formerly
there might be
the last regular season game date. So
there's games going on.
Yeah, but are there regular season games?
No, district.
Oh, district games?
Yeah, there.
More than one?
There are a lot. Enough. Yeah.
Well, I know we
quite
had
a few regular season games, but yes, there's quite a few districts.
I know every district that does elect to play today had to get special permission from the KCSA to start early.
There's actually a regional baseball game.
No way.
Yeah. Out of Louisville. Yeah, sure enough. District games.
Well, they just skip districts?
55th, 41st, 37th, 35th, 34th, 33rd,
all those districts in action?
31st. Yeah.
Wells checking it out up to plate. What do you think, Levi? Thumb up, thumb down.
Let's do this. Let's go back around again. We'll set the lineups for you. So on the mound for the Pirates will be number 20, Carter Poe. Over at first base, number 1, Dylan Carter. At second base, number 10, Bo Begley. Over at shortstop, number 5, Levi Wells. Over at third base, number 12, Lacey Dickin. In left field, number 44, Jordan Del Rosario. In center field, number 22, Tucker Ramsey. And in right field, number 9, Kane Knox. And for Lee County, taking the mound will be David Andrews, number 7. Behind the plate, number 3, Kanan Donathan. Over at first base, it will be Jake Jewell. At second base, it will be Jake Mays. Over at shortstop, it will be Jace Osborne. Over at third base, Jared Lucas. In left field, it will be Timothy Tipton. In center field, it will be Landon Shelton. And in right field, it will be Cole Wilder. In the batting order, Bentley Deaton will be DHing for the left fielder, Timothy Tipton. And starting off, it will be Landon Shelton, Jace Osborne, Jared Lucas, Jake Jewell. The fifth spot will be David Andrews, the pitcher. In the sixth spot, Kanan Donathan. Bentley Deaton batting 7th, Jake Mays batting 8th, and Cole Wilder batting 9th, the right fielder at this point. Let's go on and take another break here. Let our sponsors get in a few words. We'll step aside here on the Powell County Sports Network.
At Powell County Farm Bureau, they pride themselves on helping customers in Stanton and the surrounding area get the insurance coverage that's right for them. With a local team of agents, including James Dennis and Anna Tipton, claims staff, and customer service representatives, their members enjoy unmatched dedication and personal attention. Call 606-663-2222 or stop in today at 170 Court Street in Stanton and let them show you why they're Kentucky's insurance company. That's your Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment.
Your health means everything, and every minute matters when an emergency puts your health at risk. That's why it's essential to get the care you need as soon as possible. The emergency department at Clark Regional Medical Center is ready, providing quality care with the peace of mind of a certified chest pain center. Don't make your health wait. Get to the hospital. Clark Regional Medical Center. Learn more at clarkregional.org.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is David Johnson, and I'm the Senior Commercial Lender at Whitaker Bank in Stanton. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer expert guidance tailored to your needs. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me today at 606-663-2283, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hey, I'm Wyatt Denniston, owner of Stanton Ace Hardware. At Ace, we are known for being the helpful place, and we pride ourselves on accomplishing that goal each day with each customer. We are constantly working on expanding our rental department, now including skid steers, mini excavators, mini skid steers with ditch witch and auger attachments. We also have delivery options available. Shop local, save money, and get quality products from people who love this community. We are Stanton Ace Hardware, supporting the broadcast of our Powell County Pirates.
You're listening to PCSN.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy, Marketing Manager at Appalachian Wireless. Are you ready to spring into savings with incredible deals on the latest smartphones? Or how about get unbeatable prices on select devices when you switch or upgrade? We have the deals that you don't want to miss going on now through May 31st. Want to know more? Visit us on the web at AppalachianWireless.com or in one of our many retail locations. Spring into savings today because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
You deserve a bank that truly values you. At People's Exchange Bank, they pride themselves on providing personalized service that other banks just can't match. Whether you're needing a checking account, a home loan, or financial advice, our team of local professionals have you covered. Visit 53 East Pendleton Street in Stanton or visit them online at pebank.com. Join their family of satisfied customers today and experience the hometown difference at People's Exchange Bank, where banking is about you. People's Exchange Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Michael Bucky Wilson, CEO, President of CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our 7 convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, London, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about, or visit us online at cg.bank.
Citizens Guarantee Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Qualifications and rules may apply. See institution for details.
Protect Security are proud sponsors of your Powell County Pirates sports. You need to check with Monty from Protect Security. There's no install charge on the base system. No phone line is needed, so all you have to worry about is a small monthly fee. They can install cameras. They can do full home automation, fully interactive so that you can lock your doors when you're away from home. That's your local security company, Protect Security, keeping your home, business, or other location safe and secure. Give them a call today, 663-9348.
You're listening to PCSN.
Well, we're going to say welcome back because the Pirates have taken the field. Carter Poe is taking his warm-ups, and he is right-handed. I don't know why. He bats left-handed. I was just thinking he was left-handed, but never mind. He is a right-handed pitcher for the Pirates, so the sun wasn't a big problem. And as you see, he's coming from the other side of the plate, which really didn't make the sun that much of a factor. However, safety does prevail. Would like to give a shout-out to Athletic Director Megan Mays for, again, having a hospitality room for all the workers and coaches and stuff tonight, and administrators and whatever. And
they do delivery?
Well, I was hoping so because we didn't have time. We didn't think to stop by the hospitality room.
But we did.
We had time. We didn't know there was going to be a sun delay, so now we're here without food. So if Megan or Dee or Kayla, any of you guys are listening, we'll take one of those Mr. Ed's hot dogs and
I had a
bring them on over.
You had a bag of chips.
Yeah, I had a bag of chips. So we're good. And
she's
got her hot dog right now from the concession stand.
All right.
I don't think that was brought over from the hospitality room, but she could have gone and eat too if we'd had time. No one was going to have a sun delay.
Again, here we are in the Boys 56th District Baseball Tournament.
And guess
County
what?
Pirates playing host to the Lee County Bobcats.
We've thrown it down. We're getting ready for action.
Oh, we're getting ready to go, right?
Landon Shelton will come to bat for the Bobcats to lead things off. We're getting ready to start this district tournament action. Carter Poe on the mound, Drew Miller doing the catching, and again, the aforementioned Landon Shelton coming to the bat.
One of 2 seniors on this team, Landon coming in batting .214 on the season, left-handed hitter. Carter Poe on the mound. Drew Miller behind the plate for the Pirates. Landon Shelton up the plate. Here's the first pitch. There's going to be a called strike.
Again, I mentioned Poe being the pitcher. Again, he's taking over the 3 spot for Ethan Wireman, who is out now with an injury. So he is out. So Carter has moved up the slot into the 3. Kane Knox unavailable.
Gonna miss 1-1. I caught myself looking to the right for the scoreboard. So it's over to the left.
Almost straight ahead right now.
Yeah, we had looked
to the right
make
before, right?
an adjustment. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Shelton. The grounder going to be a leadoff single. So we've got an early base runner here, Landon Shelton, the center fielder, with a single to right field. Over at first now, coming up to the plate is the shortstop, Jace Osborne. Osborne coming in, batting .365 on the season.
This is we talked about this on Thursday night, the lead up for this game. Kane Knox goes 7 innings against Bass County to pick up the win, so he is not available for district tournament. Really, the only other pitcher they have today is their ace, Lacey Dickin.
Here's the pitch. Nice job that time by Miller. Turn that glove over to backhanded. Keep it in front of him.
The Powell County going to do everything they can to try to go with Poe and maybe whoever today, but there comes a time you got to get through this first round.
So 1-0 to Osborne with Jared Lucas on deck. Runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. In boys 56 district tournament, the winner will face off against Estill County. We think scheduled for Monday.
Yeah, it's definitely scheduled for Monday. Whether the girls' game or not, I'm not real sure.
Here's the 1-1. Little chopper. Runner will advance over to second, throw, and not going to be there. And the runner will advance to third. That was just not a good throw that time by Wells. Not a lot that Carter could do over there. So the runner will advance all the way down to third, and Osborne will end up at first.
So not the best of starts here for the Pirates. With, again, Lucas coming to the plate. Runners on the corners. Do you run if you're Lee County? Do you push the issue and get as many as you can, or you do play station baseball?
Oh, no, I think I'm going first pitch, to be honest with you. I'm willing to take that chance, see if they're going to throw it down, see if I can't steal a run down third, right?
Well, I'm just curious how you'd play it.
Pitch on the inside. It's going to be a strike. They do not go.
Yeah, I think I'm going to play it more safely. I'm going to play station to station right here.
See, I'm thinking that Miller's not necessarily throwing it down with the runner over at third. That's why I would, keep that.
That is a possibility. I think we would throw down. Trade the out.
0-1 pitch count to Lucas, the third baseman for Lee County. Runners on the corners. Throw back over to first. Get back safely. Yeah, that's Jace Osborne, the shortstop over at first. Reached on an error.
Pretty good lead at first base.
Here's the 0-1. Runner goes. Throw down to second, and he's out.
Drop the ball.
No, he's safe.
Drop the ball, yeah.
Okay, I didn't see the
tag.
Drop the ball. I saw the tag there.
The tag happened, and the ball popped out at the same time. Good throw by Miller. A good reception even by Begley, but it was just too hard to knock the ball out of his hand. So now runners at second, third with a stolen base.
Runner at second, runner at third, Shelton at third, Osborne over at second.
Look at this, infield in early here for the Pirates.
Lucas with a 0-2 pitch count. And Carter Poe on the mound for the Pirates. Here's the pitch. Gonna miss.
Fooled everybody.
1-2.
Everybody was jumping on that
Yeah,
curveball. Did you
right.
see it? Even the umpire flinched a little bit on that one.
1-2. Nobody out. Lucas, number 3 hitter in the lineup. First 2 batters on the bags. Here's the pitch. There's a strikeout. Nice job. Got him looking for out number 1. Nice job by Carter Poe.
On the curveball.
That'll bring up the first baseman, number 44, Jake Jewell. Coming in batting .302 on the season.
So Lacey bringing over the play sheet for Carter. I'm not sure he didn't know what pitches to call, what plays were going on, so didn't have his card on.
That can help.
Or maybe got a new set of numbers, one of the two.
It's possible as well. Here's Jewell up at the plate. the first baseman with one out. Again, Lee County with runner at second and third, threatening here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. There's a strike.
That pitch is working. Just keep throwing it.
David Andrews on deck in the 5 spot. 0-1 pitch count. Again, the runner will face off against Estill County, the district championship. Here's the pitch.
Look close.
This on the outside. I think there's a lot of whip in that as far as Miller trying to bring it back in.
That's a possibility. Yeah. You always try to keep your hands quiet if you can.
He wasn't smooth with it. Again, he just kind of quick motion to move it right back in over the plate. And it was on the outside regardless. 1-1 now. Here's the pitch. Nice curveball.
Yeah, that's a pretty
strike. 1-2. And at times those they come off a little bit slow, right? Kind of hang there. It's like you could swing at it and it just drops out. 1-2. Poe is set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Nice job by Poe for out number 2. Now stepping up to the plate in the 5 spot, number 7, David Andrews, the pitcher. Andrews coming in, batting .214 on the season.
Tell you what, it's not over yet, but man, that's 2 big outs.
Oh, yeah, your 3 and 4 hitters get them on the strikeout, right? Yeah, that is big.
2 on, nobody out. Start the inning. Back-to-back Ks.
Going to get time. All right with that by Andrews, right? He was in the box for a long time. Sometimes you just got to step out and reset.
Those are ready to go.
Here's the pitch. There's a strike.
It's been pretty much a diet of curveballs since those guys reached in.
Shelton down the line. A lot of movement going on down there. Here's the pitch home, and there's a strike. Oh, and 2.
Yeah, they're telling him to make sure you stop because I think he might have balked on the last pitch but got away with it.
There's the pitch. There's a strike. So 2 runners will be stranded, and Poe will get 3 strikeouts to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first, but Powell County Pirates coming up to the plate. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Hey, I'm Morgan from Stanton Ace Hardware. At Ace, I enjoy helping every customer with each of their unique projects. Some are doing huge renovations or redecorating, and others are just touching up paint and need a color match or some replacement hardware. It doesn't matter to me because they come to Stanton Ace Hardware and trust us with their project. We are constantly getting new products and are working hard to make it easier for people to find the products they know and trust, as well as innovative new products they didn't even know existed. Shop local, save money, and get quality products from people who love this community. We are Stanton Ace Hardware, supporting the broadcast of our Powell County Pirates.
Life's unpredictable, but your insurance doesn't have to be. At Whitaker Insurance Group, we prioritize protecting what matters most, your family. From home and auto to life and health insurance, we've got you covered with a wide array of insurance products. Give us a call today at 859-543-4080 and let us help you create peace of mind one policy at a time. Insurance products are not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by the federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, and may go down in value.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Stanton City Park, Charles Childress Field, and the Powell County High School baseball facility. All those words at once.
Yeah, nice job.
Nice job by Carter Poe also in the top of the first inning to give up a hit and a walk? No, hitting the E6. So led off with 2 base runners and conveniently comes in and strikes out the next 3. And did a lot of that with a curveball and a sneaky fastball. After showing a few curveballs, I'll tell you what, good pitching there by Carter Poe.
Yeah, impressive because that was the 2, 3, and 4 hitters.
3, 4, 5.
Five
struck out
in the order.
Yeah, I was a little worried there when they got 2 on, nobody out. Making some contact with Carter early, but then started throwing that hook more often and cut those batters off balance.
All right, let's set the defense for you. On the mound will be David Andrews. Behind the plate, Kanan Donathan. Over at first base for Lee County, Jake Jewell. Second base will be Jake Mays. At shortstop be Jace Osborne. Third base, Jared Lucas. Over in left field, Timothy Tipton. Center field will be Landon Shelton. And in right field, Cole Wilder. And coming up to the plate here in the bottom of the first, leading off will be the pitcher, number 20, Carter Poe. Levi Wells on deck, and Drew Miller in the third spot. Here comes the pitch from Andrews. The miss high and outside for ball one.
Carter has really done a good job here as of late getting his average back up. It's at least a 352 clip. I don't think they got the last couple of games, but I got a couple hits the other night.
Left-handed hitter. Going to miss on the outside for ball two. 2-0. Listen, the way the bats have been going here lately for the Pirates, the way they've been able to manufacture runs, really doing a nice job with their bats coming up to the plate. Going to miss. Take it 3-0. So we get a leadoff walk here, right? And as we know, that's danger zone, right, whenever you get that leadoff walk in any inning. Comes a 3-0 pitch from David Andrews. Going to miss 4 consecutive ball pitches. That will send Poe down to first. That'll bring up Levi Wells.
The bad news for Carter, he's not going to get a runner, I don't think.
So runner at first with nobody out. Pirates with an early base runner, just like Lee County. Lee County, unfortunately, on their half, left 2 stranded. Let's see if the Pirates can get some runs across here. So runner at first, Carter Poe. Levi Wells up the plate. Throw back over to first. That's close.
Had him leaning.
Yeah, it was close. Closer than it probably should have been. I like that move, though, by Andrews.
Oh, and he threw it, too, with
check.
some velocity.
First baseman Jake Jewell over there trying to make the tag. Andrews taking a look over at first, and we're going to get time. Wells in the box just a little bit too long. Says, I need to step out, step back in. No pitch home as of yet. Throw back over to first, and he'll get back easily that time. So a couple of throwovers to first base just to keep Poe in check.
Yeah, if we're Major League Baseball, he don't get another one unless he picks you off.
And I understand they're trying to speed up the game, but at the same time, like, 3
What's
of
to
them
prevent
over there.
this? Throw over after throw after throw. But,
And I know, and I
it's
get
part of the
that.
game. It is part of the game. I agree with you. Takes a little bit of the fun out of it.
Kind of does, you know, because at that point, again, after a while, I mean, you know, there's a pitch going to be called strike in the middle.
You know, when baseball was invented back in the whatever days, I don't think it was meant to be a fast sport. I think it was kind of a laid-back kind of sport that just, you know, but the rules have changed and evolved, and maybe I understand a little bit on both sides. Again, the softball game is much more fun to watch now because it's faster paced. It happens quicker. You don't have all these step-offs and timeouts and throwovers and all that stuff to worry about over there. It's the softball games.
Now Wells down on the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Going to miss for ball one.
I think that was one of those pitches. I'm going to throw a high curveball, and if they happen to be going, it's kind of like a pitch out.
Drew Miller on deck, the catcher for the Pirates.
Swinging a hot bat as well.
1-2. There's a shot right up the middle, and they're going to get one.
Yep.
The force at second, and it'll be pulled off the bag over at first, so fielder's choice.
Was that a 4-6 or 6-4? I couldn't tell.
I couldn't. I was blocked. I have no idea.
We'll make it a 4-6. I don't know. So Wells will replace Poe at first. Bring up Miller. Getting pretty hard hit ball. Good 2-strike hitting by Wells, but right at the middle infielders, who kind of went to the middle, trying to play the steal, so they were kind of shaded up the middle on the both of them were. So
Drew Miller, the
kind of
catcher, up the
interesting.
plate. 323 batting average.
We got some issues somewhere. Somebody hurt?
Shortstop, maybe. Right, Osborne?
Must be something going on because call for the coach to come out and check something.
Interference? I don't know.
Well, I mean, oh, okay. They may be saying it could be interference on the throw to first is why we didn't get him. I don't know what they can claim if he's out of the baseline maybe, but if you're in high school baseball, it's not the same as the major league rules. It's different. So, like, you can go in hard on a guy here, and it's still legal. It's still legal play. Now, if you go out of the baseline to try to get a runner, then that's, I don't care what level you're playing, that can be obstruction. But this play, I think, is going to be nothing. Again, it may have changed the throw, but that's part of the runner's job is to break that throw up. It's to cause you to make a bad throw. That's part of it.
Line as Jewell, the first baseman, had to come back towards home as far as the directionally.
Again, heads up by the player to even think about the change. And the coach really didn't ask for it, so he didn't think there was anything wrong with it either, probably. So there's no avail. Runner first.
So basically, the Pirates trade base runners. Poe was at first, got out on the fielder's choice, and Wells now at first. With Drew Miller, again, 323 batting average, the catcher for the Pirates.
Big lead.
David Andrews, pitcher. Oh, and he pulled that one, unfortunately, a little bit too far to the left down the third base line. Foul.
Again, quick turn. The only thing you're going to do with that ball is hit it foul. Again, there was a pitch on the inside part of the plate. Dropped his hands. Hit it well, but, again, long strike.
Definitely a quick turn. Wasn't well out ahead of that one. To 0-1. Pirates with the runner at first, one out, bottom of the first. Again, boys 56 district tournament. Back safely. Over to first.
Just alluded to, Wells has got a big lead. But if you can get back like he just did, it's fine. Stretch it out maybe a half foot further. That was his A1 move. May have shortened him a little bit right now. There you go.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Long throw down to second, and he's in. He was in. Well, the Lee County people didn't like it, but he was well underneath. His hand was already on the bag.
I thought the same thing.
First.
What's closer than I thought it was going to be.
It was. Again, his hands were there before the tag was made on his back there, so a stolen base that time. As 0-2 now to Miller with the runner in scoring position. Wells over at second.
And it has been a long first inning.
Has been a long first inning.
Already, and another timeout. Yeah, we're one out into the bottom of the first. So
yeah,
this game may end at midnight, Ken.
Well, now since you said that, you have a tendency of making comments like that, and those things happen.
I'm not happy either.
Here's the pitch. Miss on the outside, 1-2.
Just think Miss Angela might miss her. Might turn into a pumpkin after a certain time. Right?
Well, at least you got it right. At least you called her by the right name.
I know.
That.
It's so hard sometimes.
1-2.
Angie, Angela, all these people at the station that got different names are the same.
Oh,
almost got him.
And high.
What are you doing, Wells?
2-2.
What are you doing, Wells? Come on, cuz. Be at third base right there.
2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Levi Wells down at second.
One thing
up at the plate.
I'm sorry. One thing I was going to about Wells, rather, if you make a judgment that early to not go, then you can't go. It's got to be a split-second decision.
Here's the pitch. Going to miss on the outside. Going to take the count full. Nice at bat, really, by Drew Miller, considering he got down in the count 0-2. Be a hitter here, Drew.
Well, like I said, he has been wielding a pretty good bat here in the last few.
Here's the pitch. Going to miss. Going to get the walk. Good at bat.
Really
You're
good
exactly right. Yep. So he'll walk down to first. The Pirates will have runner at first and second. Going to bring up Dylan Carter, the first baseman.
Now, I think this cat's in rhythm. I think this cat's hitting the ball really well right now. As Miller will come off for a courtesy runner. It'll be number 4. And that is Dylan Trent, who is back. Had a little foot injury. He's been out for a while. That's why you have Tucker Ramsey playing center field. Had the injury earlier a couple weeks ago.
See Dylan Carter get a base hit here.
He was hot the other night against Bath County.
You mean against Bath County?
Yeah.
He was Powell County.
He was hot against Bath County. Sorry about that.
Yeah. That's all right. I got you back. There's a shot, base hit, and he'll get it. They're going to send the runner in. Nope, they're going to hold him.
And,
so
he hit it too hard, Dylan did.
Carter will get the single. That'll load the bases up. Wells down to third. Trent to second as the courtesy runner, and Carter at first. That'll bring up Lacey Dickens, the number 5 hitter in the lineup, the third baseman. Bases are juiced. Perfect opportunity to make a big play here, right?
When Dylan's going the opposite way, hitting it like that, I'm telling you, he is zoned in.
Again, it's those left-handed hitters, though, that can – I just find it to be easier,
Yeah,
right?
he just has a little inside-out swing, and he just puts it into play. That's what you're supposed to do.
So let's see what Lacey Dickens can do here. The bases loaded, just one out here. Bottom of the first, still scoreless.
Got to put it in play.
Boys 56 District tournament here. Game number 2. The winner will face off against Estill County in the championship. The pitch, going to miss for ball 1.
Is that a lot of ball hanging out of that mitt that time? Could you tell? It just looked like it was barely hang on to that one.
Yeah.
That wind feels a little cool right now, doesn't it?
Bo Bagley.
Yeah. I don't have a jacket. I didn't think about it being cool.
They're going to jam him, and he's going to make the play, throw at the plate.
Wow.
That's going to be a triple play.
Wow.
Double play. Triple play. Or double. Yeah,
double play.
So a double play. So the one hop to the shortstop, Osborne, who did he tag? He tagged Miller. So it's going to be.
Oh, well, it was actually Trent, but yeah.
Well, yeah, right, the courtesy runner. So Trent on the U6, and then the throw home on the 6-2 for out number 3.
Wow.
Well, we'll take a break here and we'll be right back.
Thinking about buying your first home? Maybe it's time for a remodel or a new investment property. This is Diane Meadows. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Stanton. With personalized service and local expertise, I am here to help you explore the options that make the most sense for you now and for the future. Call me at 606-663-3618 today, and let's make your dreams a reality. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The Candle Hutch Gifts and More is your local shop for unique and fantastic smelling country and upscale items. They carry all the scents of quality candleberry candles, meaningful dim deco willow tree figurines for any occasion, and a quality selection of helium balloons. With frequent sales, new items, and friendly, helpful staff, the Candle Hutch will soon be a frequent stop for you and the family. The Candle Hutch is located in the Stanton Ace Plaza on East College Avenue in Stanton, or call them to pre-order at 606-424-2154.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School baseball facility. We're 0-0 going to the top of 2. Powell County was a little trick there on a short, soft line drive that dropped in front of the shortstop, who tagged the runner in front of him, Dylan Trent, going to third on contact. And then Wells had no idea there was a tag behind him coming home, so the throw was made to the plate. Tagged Wells out coming to the plate. Again, he thought he had to come home because he maybe had forced on.
Yeah.
Unaware that he tagged the runner before him, so the force was actually off. He could have gone back to third base. That being said, just a bad break for the Pirates.
Bad break. Again, you have the bases loaded with one out.
One out.
And you come up empty. Now we'll head to the top of the second. Kanan Donathan, Bentley Deaton, and Jake Mays coming up to the plate. Here's the pitch. Miss on the inside for ball 1. Carter Poe on the mound for the Pirates. Drew Miller behind the plate.
Did you notice Donathan that time said, I'm going to jump out of the way, but then try to stick his knee back out?
Sometimes whatever it takes.
I'm moving. No, I'm not. Yes, I am.
Here's the 1-0. Foul ball back behind us for strike 1.
Was it really?
1-1.
I thought it went out. I guess it did.
No, it went, I guess it went.
I don't know. I lost it somewhere. And my glasses.
Still wearing your sunglasses? No,
Nope.
You're not.
Nope. Took them off earlier.
I think you saw better with those on earlier.
Maybe so.
1-1. I'll foul that one off down the right field line. Go down on the count 1-2 now to Kana Donathan, the catcher.
See, I watched the game over top of my readers, but I can't read my scorebook without my glasses on. The glasses get in my way sometimes, you know?
To keep you from seeing.
Keep me from seeing.
Pitch
They're
on the
doing their
inside, going to
job.
miss 2-2. Do you need to go back to the eye doctor? You know.
Maybe so, but
you need bifocals.
I can
or
see how
something?
yonder fine.
That's
It's
what
just-
you need. Bifocals
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah, I'm over the top right now. I'm good.
2-2. Oh, you're over the top at times, that's for sure. Here's the 2-2. Long fly ball to right field. And nice job by Kane Knox to make the catch. So fly ball to right field for out number 1.
What if Kane went fishing today?
He did.
How'd he do? You know?
Edmondson County ended up winning today. And I wish I could see Julie Clark wherever she's at. Lost by a point, maybe.
Rough. Anyway, they had a fishing tournament this morning, and
Yeah.
he was kind of wondering if he could go play if it got time moved back, and it did, and he got to go fishing. So
Bentley Deaton up at the plate.
kudos to
Called
Kane.
strike.
Ryder Linden, probably part of that crew as well, and went down there to do some fishing this morning.
Caught him going to the concession stand and had a brief conversation, and at that point I was concentrating. Well, that went right through the opening there on the Pirate bench.
Well, perfectly cued off the end of the bat.
0-2 is the count to Deaton, the DH, batting for the left fielder Timothy Tipton. Left-handed hitter. Here's the 0-2. Gonna miss. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Top of the second. Lee County up at the plate. Here's the pitch. Gonna miss.
Close.
2-2. Jake Mays on deck. Got a pretty good crowd here tonight, right?
Well, again, this is as the way it's going right now. This may be a really good game going into the hours of the night.
2-2. Take the count full, 3-2. So he goes down 0-2. 3 pitches, 3 straight balls to take the count full to Bentley Deaton, the DH, batting in the 7th spot. And Carter Poe on the mound for the Pirates. Need a big punch-out strikeout right here. Pitch, swing, and a miss. He will get the strikeout for out number 2. That'll bring up Jake Mays, the second baseman. Going in batting 191 on the season.
Now the sun has taken a quick exit. It's almost, but I guess it is all the way down at this time. Can't see it at all. So
Probably see it in California. Probably getting the
from my chair in Stanton, we can't see it anymore.
Yeah, no.
My colleague picking on me.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss to Mays for strike 1.
Yes, he did.
Trying to be entertaining, Dave. That's
Well,
it,
you
just
know,
trying to be
we got to
entertaining.
do what we got to do.
We're just being ourselves, just having casual conversation. Hope you're still tuned in.
You know, we're getting a little, what's it called?
Lethargic.
Well, no, we're getting just little. I don't remember my
Slap
word.
happy. What are you trying
What's that word?
to say? I don't know.
Yeah, slap happy. That's it.
Okay. Oh, well, that's our second. That's
yeah.
our word of the day. We're
Slap
over
happy.
here. Slap happy. It was windy over there
we've,
earlier.
yeah.
Petrichor like the other
Petrichor?
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the
Sure,
1-1.
Angela knows what that means. Uh-oh.
Up that one up. Miller should
Miller
get
got it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice job by Drew Miller on the foul ball pop up. For the third out, they'll go 1, 2, 3. They'll come up empty. No hits, nobody on. We'll take a break. Come back to the bottom of the second. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Thinking about buying your first home? Maybe it's time for a remodel or a new investment property. This is Diane Meadows. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Stanton. With personalized service and local expertise, I am here to help you explore the options that make the most sense for you now and for the future. Call me at 606-663-3618 today, and let's make your dreams a reality. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The Candle Hutch Gifts and More is your local shop for unique and fantastic smelling country and upscale items. They carry all the scents of quality candleberry candles, meaningful dim deco willow tree figurines for any occasion, and a quality selection of helium balloons. With frequent sales, new items, and friendly, helpful staff, the Candle Hutch will soon be a frequent stop for you and the family. The Candle Hutch is located in the Stanton Ace Plaza on East College Avenue in Stanton, or call them to pre-order at 606-424-2154.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to high school baseball action, 56th District Tournament semifinals. This is game 2. This is, I guess it got started as the last game of the day, the Estill County-Alston County game. Softball.
Didn't get started till well after 8 o'clock.
Yeah, scheduled time was 7. Sun delay cost us about 40 minutes. But we are back to bat now with the Pirates and Bo Begley coming to the plate.
With Jordan Del Rosario on deck, followed by Tucker Ramsey. Pirates can get something going here. David Andrews, the pitcher on the mound for Lee County. Here's the pitch, well on the outside. Nice job behind the plate by Donathan. Not let that one get by him. Not that it would have mattered, but still, other than having to get up and
pride
walk to get it. Yeah. Nice backhanded glove on that one. Here's the 1-0. High pop fly. Going to be back here behind us. 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bo Begley, the second baseman for the Pirates. One of the seniors coming in. There's a chopper right back to Andrews. Throw to first, and he'll get the out on the 1-3 ground out for out number 1. Bring up Jordan Del Rosario, the left fielder tonight for the Pirates.
Throwback memories of Taylor Sloan in that first game that we had, Lee County and Powell County in softball. Taylor made a lot of those nice plays at first base to bring in those high throws that she had to take. Did a really good job today at first base for the Lady Pirates and their victory.
Okay, if anybody from the city of Stanton is listening, Parks and Rec, the sound system needs to be upgraded for the PA.
I'm going to tell Megan, tell her Uncle Tommy, see what they can do.
Oh, there's a shot. It'll be in the gap. Nope. And nice job that time by the left fielder, Timothy Tipton. Thought it was going to be a gapper, but Tipton ran a long way to get that one. But nice contact that time by Del Rosario, even though he'll get the out.
If he gets the barrel of the bat on that ball, it's out of here. That ball got a little bit on the neck of the bat. Probably the weakest part of any of the bats. It still traveled to the fence. So just missed that one.
Tucker Ramsey up the plate for the Pirates.
I haven't seen he batted once the other night against Bath County, but other than that, we only saw him bat early first game of the season.
Yeah, not seen him since.
No.
First pitch was a high ball. Second pitch, low for ball 2. And he's number 8 hitter in the order if he gets on base. Kane Knox, the right fielder, batting in the 9 spot. Still scoreless here, bottom of the second. Powell County Pirates and Lee County Bobcats. There's a base hit. It's going to drop. Nice job by Ramsey. He'll get the single. Just the second hit for the Pirates. Let's see if Kane Knox can come up, help the cause here.
Got 2 outs, so it's one of those times where maybe you keep Tucker close. See if Kane can drive one to the gap. Tucker does have good speed. A gapper could score him.
Get David Andrews on the mound. Tucker Ramsey over at first. Throwback over to first, and he'll get back. Well, he's got a nice move over to first. Andrews does. A nice catch and swipe by Jewell, the first baseman. But the pitch is low, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right where you're going to be able to make that easy tag. Throw back over to first again. Ramsey back safely. No pitch coming to the plate thus far for Kane Knox. Andrews is set. Here's the pitch home.
Quick
Swing
pitch.
and a miss for strike one.
That time he did the, the no big leg kick thing. He just kind of strides to the plate. Shorter delivery that time. So if he was trying to go.
Here's the pitch. Outside, going to miss. It's a good take that time by Knox, not to go chasing after that one. 1-1.
Andrews is quick to the plate. With that,
yeah, he is. Once he makes that move, right? He comes set quick. Here's the pitch. Nice job by Knox again. Not chase after that pitch away. 2-1 now the count. Be careful on this one. Probably coming right down the middle. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, and he'll get there. So stolen base by Ramsey. I believe that was a ball that was thrown, right? Yeah, it was.
So.
Yeah, 3-1.
So now if you get Kane Knox to draw a walk of some kind, then you're back to the top of the order with Carter.
Here's a 3-1. There's a shot to right field, and it's going to be trouble. And it's going to drop. The Pirates will score a run. Kane Knox is going to get to second base. Nice job that time by Knox. He made solid contact, took it to the opposite field. That will bring in Ramsey from second.
That ball had a lot of carry on it, Ken. You don't see a ton of that carry over here to right field, but that one got to the fence really kind of and maybe enough wind up there to push it a little bit further down toward right field. And
Wilder, you could tell he kind of lost that one as well, right? Give him an error on that? Is that base hit?
Base hit. I mean, it's double. RBI for Kane.
Carter Poe at the plate. Runner at second. Powell County now leading 1-0. Bottom of the second. Throw back to second, and Knox will get back safely.
That's just one of those times as an outfielder, he just turned the wrong way going back on the ball.
He did, yes.
So when you open up to turn that way and the ball goes back over your head, you're just not going to get back to it. He just had a lot of slice to the ball. Did Knox. Just a well-hit ball.
Throw back to second again. And Andrews really has a nice move.
Timing play there at second, yeah.
He's just a sophomore.
Well, this is a young team. This is not got a lot of
two seniors,
veterans out here. Team playing for the future.
2 seniors, 3 juniors.
Oh, nice curveball.
Yeah, that was a nice curveball. And for the strike.
Carter said, wow, that was a good one.
As it was, 0-1.
He's got a good curveball. Throws a lot of arms and legs at you.
2 outs, Powell County leading 1-0. Bottom of the second. Runner at second. The pitch home. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 now. Andrews is set. Here's the pitch. A miss on the outside for ball 1. 1-2 now. Tell you what, once Andrews comes set, he doesn't waste a lot of time, right, coming home with it.
Mm-hmm. He does have a higher leg kick when he's got it on second than he does on first. He's that slide step and run on first.
There's a chopper right to the shortstop. Throw to first, and just going to get it on a 6-3 ground out, but the Pirates will come up with 1 run here. And here they'll lead 1-0. We'll head to the top of the third. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County, a service of Marcum Wallace Memorial Hospital, is personal primary care for you and your family. Receive the best care from highly trained physician Dr. Julie Kennan and family nurse practitioners Sandra McCoy and Felicia Estes right here in your community. Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County, located on Irvin Road in Clay City, is convenient primary care with same-day appointments. Call 606-663-2153 to schedule your appointment today. New patients are being accepted. Trust Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County. Friends and family caring for friends and family.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School in Stanton City Park. Ken Simon along with Dave Faulkner. Or I'm Dave Faulkner along with Ken Simon. Whichever way it is.
Listen, leave it to us just to be entertaining, right?
Angela,
you know who we are. We
doing our videography here at the game, and is Josh Nolan over at softball. And we got Nevaeh back in the studio. All I wonder about tonight is who's cleaning all this up? Angela?
Oh, yeah, probably. Well, the man is not here, so, we at this point, I'm not sure how we're able to help her. We're normally kind of like help Ethan to get everything.
Now we don't know what we're going to be loading.
Now we don't know what we're doing.
Oh.
Ethan's at River Fest.
Some kind of fest, right?
Yeah, it's on the river.
On the river?
Yeah, it's a river fest.
The Red River?
I believe it would be the Red River. Yeah. That's one of the things that Powell County is known for, right?
Yes. Angela asked about the sky, and it is a pretty sunset over 2 hour, right?
Yeah, she's doing what I normally do. I normally would take my camera and take pictures of things like that, just for my own viewing pleasure. As a photographer, award-winning photographer, I'll throw that out there. I'm a Kentucky Press Association award-winning photographer, writer, journalist,
somebody's got to take those
editor.
good pictures.
Back in the 1900s when I had a different life.
Yeah.
Now stepping up to the plate is Cole Wilder, the right fielder. Down in the count, 0-1 now. First pitch strike by Poe, squaring around like he's going to bunt, and he'll foul that one off. Strike two. Back in the olden days, David, back in the 1900s.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Remember those days, right?
Yeah, I remember those days well.
Back when we had non-electric cars. Remember those days? 0-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Going to foul that one off again. 0-2. Your count remains. Again to Cole Wilder, the right fielder. On deck will be Landon Shelton. So we'll head back up to the top of the order, followed by Jace Osborne. Here's the 0-2. There's a strike. Yep, got him looking.
He knew it.
Yep, nice job by Carter Poe. Fifth recorded strikeout for him. Landon Shelton coming up. He had a single. Was eventually stranded over at third.
Takes us back to the top, right? That's what you said, right? Got a single.
Yep.
What he hit that down pulled it down the line in right field, right?
He did.
So we'll see here how Poe faces his opponent.
With one out here in the top of the third. Powell County leading 1-0 over Lee County. Boys 56th District baseball game. The winner will face off against Estill County, who won earlier against Owsley County. 1-0 pitch count now to Shelton with Jace Osborne on deck. Left-handed hitter in Shelton. Swing and a miss. 1-1 is the count.
And I will say this game again 1-0 here on top of the third. The longer, if you're Powell County, the longer you let Lee County hang around, the better it is for the Lee County Bobcats.
1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Poe. And a miss, squared around like he was going to bunt. So it's going to be high off the glove of Miller. We'll have to track that one down. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. To Landon Shelton, the leadoff hitter in the lineup tonight. Pull that one foul. 2-2.
Picking on the dugout. These lefties are.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Dave's racking up his points over there.
Yeah, give him points.
2-2. Pop up. Wells should have it easily, and he'll make the catch for the out in the infield.
Was it Wells or is it Jordan?
Or actually, be Wells. I don't know why I said what I said.
No, it's okay.
Del Rosario, I will say, did a nice job though. The left fielder, he came in just in case. He traveled a long way. as a backup there.
Just got this information. I guess we talked about Kane going fishing today. He won the Bass Fisherman of the Year. He and Grant Wells won that honor, I guess, today. So
that's awesome.
Nice.
There's a fly ball. Is going to drop foul.
Jordan Del Rosario.
Did he make
Did
it?
not make the catch.
He did not
Safe
make
call.
it, and it's going to be a foul ball.
So kudos to Kane Knox. He had a big day today. He and Grant Wells.
Yep.
Probably the same fishing team, I would assume.
It was.
So thanks, Justin.
Yes. So it's going to be strike one to Osborne. Had a big shot there. I thought it was actually had a chance to drop in. So again, a nice job by Kane Knox and Grant Wells. That's awesome on the Bass team. 0-1 the count to Osborne. Stranded at second, his first plate appearance. Doesn't go on that one, even the count at 1-1. 2 outs here for Lee County. Top of the third, trailing 1-0 to the Powell County Pirates Boys 56th District Baseball Tournament here in Stanton. Here's the pitch from Poe.
And
Gonna miss low and outside.
The sunset's getting prettier the further we go into it too, Angela. So even the high sky over here, all of the whole look here is a really nice look now.
Yeah, what do you think it looks like in California?
Bright sunshiny day.
Here's the 2-1. Gonna miss 3-1.
I mean, it could be hot. I don't know what it's like in California.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm just thinking like, you know, you think they're seeing what we're seeing?
The world is flat, right? So yes, they're seeing what we're seeing.
Yeah, they probably is. There's a strike.
Strike
Take
all
the count
the
full.
way to first base. He's going.
3 balls and 2 strikes now to Osborne.
Oh, excuse me.
Well,
allergies. Fake sneeze. It's a faux sneeze. I have
3 and 2 and 2. There's a grounder. Could be trouble. It's going to get through. Nice at bat that time by Osborne. Hit right up the middle for the single.
Single.
It's you. Well, I don't even know what to make of that one.
It's just a weak sneeze.
You're cracking me up. Now stepping up to the plate is Jared Lucas. The third baseman struck out his first plate appearance. Let's see what Lee County can do here with 2 outs. Runner over at first. Trailing 1-0. You take allergy pills?
No, I used to. I know when it's tournament time. I get real bad.
Okay. Carter Poe on the mound for the Pirates. Runner does go. There's a grounder to third base. Long throw over to first, and they'll get it on the 5-3 ground out. Nice job that time by Lacey Dickin. They'll leave one stranded. They'll come up empty. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Powell County still leading 1-0 here on the Powell County Sports Network.
The Powell County Sports Network would like to thank their sponsors and encourage you to choose businesses and organizations that support the broadcast of our young athletes, including our platinum sponsors, Uniquely Kentucky, Whitaker Bank, and Just Know You're Taken Care of Wherever Life Takes You, CG Bank. Our gold sponsors, Mercy Health, Marcum Wallace Hospital, Friends and Family Caring for Friends and Family, Appalachian Wireless, Better Service, Bigger Savings. Our silver sponsors, Hearn Funeral Home since 1939, Clark Regional Medical Center, care closer to home, Toyota South, exceptional customer service since 1915, Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, quality care that offers recovery and hope, Stanton Ace Hardware, the helpful place, Powell County Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Our bronze sponsors, security and control from anywhere, Protect Security and Fire Systems, people serving people since 1912, People's Exchange Bank, helping families connect, honor, and remember, Wells Funeral Home, new items in stock, Allen's Hardware in Clay City, gifts and more, The Candle Hutch, U.S.-based GTX Manufacturing, help you prepare for the unexpected, Whitaker Insurance Group. They love pirate sports, so let's love them back. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School, here at Stanton City Park, Charles Childers Field, and where we play high school baseball. Powell County will be coming up here in the bottom of the third inning, leading off with Levi Wells, Drew Miller, and Dylan Carter. I'm predicting a good inning for the Pirates.
Okay.
At least 2 runs will score.
I'll take your prediction.
Okay.
I like it. All right, here, trivia time. What is the former name of Stanton before they made the change? Do you remember?
You would have done that to me. Yeah, I do
Angela,
know.
do you know what the city of Stanton used to be called before they changed it to Stanton? Close.
Yeah.
Beaver Pond.
Beaver Pond.
Beaver Pond.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. It's going to miss for ball 1.
Where was the pond?
Well, I'm not quite sure. I actually did, when I worked at the newspaper, we actually did April 1st fell on a Thursday, which was our, date that it came out. And there's a base hit down the third base. Now, oh, no, what a great play by the third baseman. And
we're still off
the line, but nice job that time by Jared Lucas. Backhanded it right on the bag. I thought it was going to get by him, but long throw.
Credit to first baseman Jewell also on the play for making a stop of the throw. But, yeah, that was a really nice play by the third baseman to even get the glove on the ball.
Yeah, so Wells will get the single. I'm going to go back to my story to finish that up. So we had April Fool's Day came on a Thursday, so I did a complete mock front. And at that point, the Beaver Pond Times is what we actually called it. I put like we had recruited a 6'7" basketball player to come in.
There you go.
Like 15-pound bass that was caught, you know what I'm saying, on the Red River, set a state record.
I bet nobody bit the recruiting the 6'7"
you would be surprised how many
basketball
people,
player.
No, tons of people fell for the whole front page.
Here.
They didn't even notice it was even said the Beaver Pond Times.
This guy's getting redder and redder, by the way.
That it is. Here's the pitch home. Good curveball that time, swing and a miss.
Hey,
by Miller.
That way, Drew. That way, Drew. No.
So Levi Wells over at first. Nobody out here. Excellent opportunity, as you said, David, for the Pirates to kind of get things going offensively.
I've already predicted we're scoring 2 this inning, so somebody's got to get the job done, guys.
Throw back over to first.
Get
safely.
Picked off over there, cuz.
Just for the record, that was back when the Clay City Times was a award-winning
newspaper,
highly respected publication back during that time. We had great staff. Oh, nice bunt down the third base line. Throw over to first. Oh, he's safe. That's a great run out that time by Miller. As that will send Wells over to second, Miller to first.
That's one of those plays, if you're the third baseman, you got to come in, catch it on one move, throw to first. That time he took it to kind of try to set and get it there. Miller was going hard down that line. Kudos to Miller for running it out. Like, see, you see a lot of players that may try that and don't necessarily run it out and they get thrown out. Great job, Drew Miller.
Yeah, that really was. So now nobody out. Runner at first and second. Coming up to the plate will be Dylan Carter.
We were similar to the situation earlier, and this didn't get the run in we needed to. So see if Dylan can rope another one here, not score Wells at second. Last time, really hard line drive to left field.
Long time coming, yep. I'd have stepped out of the plate, out of the box as well. Again, Dylan Carter up at the plate, had a single his last plate appearance. Has an opportunity to help the Pirates push that lead out. Nobody out. Going to miss with the curveball. It's going to break a little bit too far inside for ball 1. One-0 ball count. Nobody out. Runner at first and second for the Pirates. Bottom of the third. Going to miss for ball 2. 2-0. And the winner will face off against Estill County, the 56th District Championship. This is game number 2. Powell County and Lee County. Going to miss. 3-0. Load the bases up.
Knowing Dylan here, I would say he would take, regardless what the sign is, I would probably give him the green light, but
you take.
I think Dylan takes this pitch.
Well, he's not throwing a strike, right, at this point. Statistically, to me, this is one that you take, regardless if it's right down the middle. Throw back to second, and to get back safely will be Wells.
Hope Scott don't have to wash that uniform tonight. He'll mess it up or something.
Can't say enough about David Andrews as far as the
good move
pitcher. Yeah, he's got good move, whether it's the first or second. Just a sophomore. 3-0 pitch count. Here's the pitch. Going to miss. We'll get the walk. It's going to load him up.
Just didn't have anything on that pitch. like he almost didn't want to pitch to Carter.
So Wells down to third. Trent, courtesy runner for Miller, down to second. Dylan Carter over at first. That'll bring up Lacey Dickin.
And I'll bring out the coach.
I was going to say, listen, last time we were in this situation, we turned a double play.
He had a little lazy line drive that a coach is asked after the inning, what do you call infield fly roll? And there's no way you call infield fly roll on that ball. It just wasn't high enough. Even if you let it drop as a fielder, that's a smart play. Tag the runner, and then, again, Wells came home not knowing there was a tag behind him and tag him out easily at the plate. It was just a really nice play by Lee County the last time to get out of that. But they are in trouble now, again, with the bases loaded, nobody out. This is a chance where Powell County can really blow this thing open. Kind of like the softball game earlier. Just a couple things, walk, a couple bunts, misplays, whatever. All of a sudden it's 4-1 at the softball action. Let's see if we can do the same thing right here. Ball takes it by Lacey.
So, again, Lacey Dickin up at the plate for the Pirates, the third baseman. Here's the pitch. High
now
pop
that could
fly.
be an infield fly rule.
And
it's called.
And it's going to be dropped. Here's a play at the plate, and it's going to be safe at the plate.
Infield fly rule was called.
The Pirates don't have anybody at second. Now they're going to throw it. What are they doing? What are they doing?
He can stay at first.
He came out. There you go.
He can stay at first. Yeah.
My bad. He did call the infield fly rule. My bad on that one.
Yeah. Infield fly rule was called.
Wells comes in.
Carter did not have to advance. He saw the infield fly was called, so he did the right thing by not going. They could have easily thrown him out at second base had he gone. When they dropped it, runners run at their own risk.
Correct.
So that's
right.
Carter said no, and
kind of forgot about the infield fly rule. So again, he's out.
I don't think you get an RBI on that play.
No, I wouldn't think so either.
So
one out. They do get a run across. That will bring up Bo Bagley. Runners on the corners now for the Pirates. Bunt down the first base line. And they'll get another run. So we'll bring in Trent, again the courtesy runner. That will send Carter down to second. And they didn't have third covered. Had been a little bit more situationally aware, but nice job that time on the bunt.
And that looked more like a safety squeeze. He wasn't coming on the delivery, but as soon as that bunt was down, he was full board to the plate. So nice job by the Pirates. There's my 2 runs.
There's your 2 runs. Powell County leading 3-0 now here in the bottom of the third. Runner at second. Jordan Del Rosario up at the plate. Gonna miss for ball 1.
Just missed one last time. Got it off the I'm going to say hosel of the bat. Called the skinny part. Didn't get the big barrel on it.
Oh, is that what that's called?
I don't know what it's called.
Oh, well, you just made
I just made it up as I went there, yeah. I was on the end of a golf club, but I didn't know.
I mean,
it
makes sense.
When you teach and coach, if you fake it sometimes, people believe it and go on with it instead of.
Well, I question everything. I'm not going to believe it.
Well,
I want to learn something new, but I mean, if you're making
I don't know
it
what that part of the bat's called.
I don't want to retain that knowledge.
The skinny part.
Just chew it out.
I know it's got a name. I'm not thinking of it right now, but it does have a name.
Where's Ethan when we need him?
He ain't Googling it.
He's not Googling it.
The Riverfests.
Here's the 2-0.
Shot
to center field. Going back, and could be trouble, and it is. Goes all the way to the fence.
Turn the wrong way one more time.
Rosario's going to get the stand-up double and the RBI. Nice job by Jordan Del Rosario.
I give him another hit on. I give him a double because I tell you what, that was just ball is carrying here tonight. Carter scores. Del Rosario the second. There are 2 outs, so it's a 2-out RBI right there. Nice job, Jordan.
That's 2 long balls from
yes,
him,
it
right?
is. That one, he caught that one out on the barrel. So that out to the 360. It does say 360, but I think it's farther than that. It just doesn't normally carry real well to center field here. That one went all the way to the.
I got a 12-foot measuring tape after the game. We'll get out
check
there.
it out. Yeah, no.
There's a pitch for a strike to Tucker Ramsey.
I tell you what, when this field first went up and you had that fence out there, you hardly ever saw one hit one out to center. It's just so far. It seemed like it was 400 feet. I know it wasn't, but
Ramsey going to foul that one off. Going to get in the hole 0-2. He had a single his first plate appearance, a stolen base, and a run scored.
See, I always thought it was at least 310 to the left. It got it at 290. And I thought it was 310 to the right, and it's 300. So what do I know about this place?
Well, we know your glasses are well enough that you can
read those numbers
that far away. Be bull foul down the right field line.
Yeah.
Count will remain 0-2. Well, again, it's just up close, right?
That's up close, yeah.
You see that far away, but when you're looking at your scorebook. Powell County Pirates now leading 4-0 here. Bottom of the third. Boys 56 District Baseball Tournament here in Stanton. Powell County versus Lee County, game number 2. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. And stolen base.
Jordan Del Rosario with the stolen base of third. I don't think anybody was expecting it. That's why it worked.
That is why it worked. Yep.
Went on a curveball, perfect pitch to go on.
All right, Tucker. Single in the outfield. You're going to pull that one down to the third base line. Foul.
Did a nice job of staying alive. We'll give him credit for that.
Yeah.
Just got the bat on the curveball. It's a nice job. Still a good crowd here.
Yeah. Agreed. Softball and baseball today. Here's the pitch down in the dirt. 1-2 now.
You know, I don't know if you had to have 2 tickets. I don't know all those little, maybe even 3 tickets, right? I mean, don't know how that tickets work, but I guess you bought one, you go to the other one.
I didn't
I'm
even
not sure.
see them when I came in earlier.
Oh, they were there. We just bypassed them, getting in here quickly.
Oh, is that what it was?
They're right at the gate, the main gate. That's out of here.
There's a shot left field, and
Nope.
It's going to be caught by the left footer. Nice contact, though, by Tucker Ramsey. Pirates will get 3 runs across. They'll lead 4-0. We'll head to the top of the 4th here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Hey everyone, it's Kristen Mulcahy, Marketing Manager at Appalachian Wireless, where we've got small town roots, but we've also got nationwide coverage that stretches from Pikeville to Portland, and yes, even across the pond. Lots of solutions with great prices and even better service. And when you need help, you're not stuck just pushing buttons on a call menu. You're talking to someone right here in our region. We care about keeping you connected wherever you go because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters: family, friends, community. But sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more.
You are not alone. Call Mountain Comprehensive Care Center today at 606-663-3336 or visit our Stanton Clinic at 369 North Main Street.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back
to the Powell County High School at the baseball field here at the Stanton City Park. We'd like to thank our corporate sponsor for our flagship sponsor. There, we haven't done it all night long.
Apologize.
Our apologies to Mercy Health, Marcum Wallace Hospital, for bringing you this coverage of 56th District Tournament action, both baseball and softball. My apologies for not doing it earlier.
And that was Mercy Health, Marcum Wallace Hospital, correct?
Yes, Mercy Health, Marcum Wallace Hospital. All in a row without ends and butts and candy and nuts.
They're a great community partner.
Great.
Even in my job at Bowen Elementary, they do a lot of things for us. They have a teddy bear fair for our first graders that actually go over there. It's a great program, part of community health fair. Again, they do all kinds of things over here for Powell County.
And located in Irvin. If you didn't already, most of you all know
and
that.
Mercy Health in Clay City.
In Clay City, yes.
So now we'll step up to Jake Jewell, David Andrews, and Kanan Donathan. Number 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the lineup.
Yeah, some of these hitters, they got key hitters early when they had a couple on base, had chances to score. Jules with second, one of the strikeouts, but he's up about this play. He made a nice play a while ago at first base.
Foul that one off out of play.
And there's nobody on the courts. Can you believe that?
I can't.
It's a nice night. Nobody on the
Usually
courts.
That place is packed over there.
I
didn't even notice when we came in.
I think the park is actually closed for the tournament today.
Okay, well, that could be true.
I didn't
Maybe
think
they locked the gates or something.
Maybe so. But I know they tried to close the park, canceled all the Little League activities for today just to try to patrol the attendance a little bit better.
Here's the 1-1. There's a strike 1 and 2 now to Jewell. Struck out his first plate appearance. It's just his second time around.
And there is a really good crowd here tonight. So thank you, everybody, for attending. I know we got folks from Powell, Lee, Owsley.
Estill?
Probably some Estill County folks around, I would think.
Here's the 1-2. There's a strikeout. Yeah,
Looking.
Nice job. Yep, caught him looking. That's the second strikeout.
He knew it.
To Jewell. Sixth strikeout recorded for Carter Poe. David Andrews, the pitcher, coming up to the plate. He struck out his first plate appearance.
And looking variety for him as well.
So 1 out. Lee County trailing 4-0 here, top of the fourth. Boys 56 District Tournament, sponsored by Mercy Health, Marcum Wallace Hospital. Swing and a miss, he went.
First safe call by Mr. Kelly down at first. It was close.
It was close.
You know, the intent of a swing is not always in question. They say if you break that plane of the plate, I think it's more about the intent of the swing. I don't think he intended to swing there at all. That time, he definitely did. It was a good swing.
1-1. I would agree with that. I think intent has a lot to do with it, right?
Yeah. But a lot of the time, obviously the rule of thumb they go by is if it breaks the plane of the plate. You know, sometimes the guy will try to get out of the way of a ball. He started his bat and turns the other way, and they'll call that a strike. And I'm thinking he never meant to swing. It just went around the plate, you know, and just they still call it a strike a lot of times. And I think it's a bad call, but
2-1 count. Make it 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike now to David Andrews, number 5 hitter in the lineup tonight. 1 out, bases empty. Lee County trailing 4-0 to the Powell County Pirates, Boys 56 District Baseball Tournament. Going to give up the walk. So he gets the strikeout for the first batter, and the second one coming up, he'll give up the walk. That'll bring up Kanan Donathan, the catcher. He flied out to right field, his first plate appearance.
Hearing the helicopter behind us made me kind of think, you know, would like to thank all the, first responders, all the Clark RACC, or not just Clark RACC, all the people who get out and climb the poles when the electric's out, regardless of where you are in the state of Kentucky, when during times like yesterday when those guys are out there working, even when the storm is still going on, try to get your power back on. So big kudos to all the energy folks and, again, all of our first responders, again, for their efforts last night, especially down in the tornado-stricken alley down in southern Kentucky.
So as opposed to being in the comfort of their own home during those
times, exactly right.
They're actually out
risking their lives,
earning them, and earning the money.
Yep.
And I get there going to be frustrations at times, but they work hard, that's for sure.
Go very what is it? What am I saying here? Unrespected, maybe, or I don't know.
Here's the pitch, going to miss.
People be really critical because your power's off, but when those guys are out in the storms,
or whatever it might be.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
you know.
Listen, those guys are, again, like I said, and girls are out there risking their lives, climb poles and try to get it back on for you as quick as they can.
24/7, 365.
Exactly.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. There's a strike, even the count at 1-1.
And the perfect pitch to throw against a bunt, inside fastball. Like you kind of want to get out of the way of it instead, and it's a tough pitch to bunt. Good pitch call, good location, good execution by Poe.
I know there's a courtesy runner over there for Andrews over at first.
I did not see it.
That. Yeah, we didn't catch that. I apologize for that. 1-1 now, the count with 1 out. Runner at first. Squares around, and he's hit.
Oh, yeah. It's a foul ball, though. Got him on the hand.
Yeah, that one hurt.
That was going to.
Yeah, that one hurt.
And this is number 3. This is, what Andrews getting on?
Kanan Donathan.
He walked, right? Never mind. I
Catcher
didn't put him.
Andrews walked.
Yeah.
After Joel got the strikeout.
Again, the player was squared around the bunt, takes one off the hand and bat, which is a foul ball. If you say squared around, it's part of the bat. Again, you could be hitting the hand but not trying to swing, and it's not part of the bat, so it's kind of one of those rules that works both ways, right? But I hope he's okay.
And it sounded like to me that it hit the bat in addition to his hand, right? Just
Correct.
Just the sound.
The sound
that came off of that.
But you can really get those fingers in a bad bind right there when you get ball and bat, or finger and bat at the same time. It.
As you know, too, sometimes you hit even make contact right, and the bat just reverberates right where you get that, where it hits it in that odd spot. 1-2 is the count now to Kanan Donathan, the catcher. Getting runner at first.
Got to hurt still.
Yeah, that hurts. Who's going to make a change? Maybe, I don't know. Questioning whether or not it.
I think he's just now saying did it hit him or not, and it obviously it hit him, but he was squared around the bunt, so
yeah.
Wasn't on a swing; it was just on a bunt attempt, and
So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kanan Donathan. Again, the catcher for Lee County. Top of the 4th. Lee County trailing 4-0. They have a runner over at first. Carter Poe on the mound for the Pirates. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll get the strikeout. So 2 strikeouts here in the inning and a walk. That'll bring up Bentley Deaton, the DH. Struck out his first plate appearance.
He's okay, young man's okay again. It could easily break a finger on those kinds of plays.
6 strikeouts now unofficially for Carter Poe. Reason to say that is because sometimes you and I can disagree whether something is a hit or whatever it might be, right? Not that we don't recognize there's 6 strikeouts, but still.
Well, I've got mine written down. I can count this. Yeah, he's got 3 the first inning, 1 the second, 1 the third, and 2 here in the 4th. So it's 2, 3, 4, 7. We do disagree.
No, it's 7.
8. Wait a minute. No, I'm just kidding. 2, 3, 4, 7. Yeah.
We had 6, and then that was the 7th. That's why I was trying to see. You paying attention?
Paying attention. Yeah.
0-1 is the count now. Bentley Deaton, the DH. Got miss high for ball 1, 1-1.
And he was going last time. This time he did not go. We'll see if he goes 1-1 here. Lee County trying to make something happen with 2 outs.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Deaton with 2 outs.
Good healthy cut. Just tried to, again, one of those kinds of swings that you're trying to pull it versus just kind of go with it. But pulled off the ball just a touch. But good healthy swing.
Poe just now set. Here's the pitch. Foul that one off down the third base line. Count will remain 1-2. In a low-scoring affair here. 4-0 is your score. Powell County leading Lee County. Boys 56 District Baseball Tournament. Winner will face off against Estill County. Here's the pitch. There's a grounder to Begley, the second baseman, and an easy play on the 4-3 ground out for out number 3. They'll leave 1 stranded. It'll come up empty. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Kaylee Carroll, Marketing Director for CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our 7 convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, London, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about. Or visit us online at www.cg.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loan subject to approval. Contact an employee for further information about applicable fees and terms.
Your health means everything, and now's the time to address those concerns, large or small, that you've been putting off. At Clark Regional Medical Center, we're here to help with a range of quality healthcare services. From routine screenings to surgeries to emergency care. Don't make your health wait. Get the care you need now. Clark Regional Medical Center. Learn more at clarkregional.org.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Stanton City Park, Powell County High School baseball field. Again, 56th District Tournament brought to you by Mercy Health Marcum Wallace Hospital. Thank you guys for the flagship sponsorship. Also like to thank Anthony Mollahan for listening up in Ohio tonight. And thank you, Anthony, for tuning in, listening to our broadcast. Asked me who these umpires were earlier and just didn't know the guy behind the plate, so couldn't give him all 3.
So Powell County Pirates leading 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Coming up to the plate, we'll have the 9-1 and 2 hitters. Leading off will be Kane Knox.
Kane drove one last time to deep right, correct? Got a double.
He did, yep. Had a double and an RBI.
And
picked up the win the other night.
What was it he got today? He got the
Sportsman of the Year, right, for the Bass team.
We'll find it here again.
He and
Bass
Grant
Fisherman
Wells.
of the Year, he and Grant Wells. So kudos.
Yeah, nice job. Did double duty today.
Yes.
Fished earlier today and made it back for the game.
Uh-oh.
High pop fly. That's a sky high.
That might drop.
That could be trouble.
That's going to drop.
I think it is. It did drop. Yep.
Man,
that was so high up in the air. That was hard. And a long way to go for the center fielder.
You see what he's out there doing right now, right? Dude, that's your ball. The shortstop looked up and just didn't move.
Yeah.
Second baseman didn't move. Center fielder had to come a long way thinking it was their ball.
Long way.
And he didn't get there. So
he made a nice attempt. He
single by Knox.
Kind of tried to slide and hit it, and I'm not sure where it actually fell as far as in conjunction with his glove. Regardless, back up the top of the order, Carter Poe. Kane Knox over at first. First pitch is going to be a ball.
Just one of those, I think, that the shortstop and second baseman thought it was hit deeper than it was, and center fielder really had no shot at it before he was playing.
Yeah, I mean, it was sky high. So Carter Poe of the plate, nobody out. Runner over at first for the Pirates here, leading 4-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Looking for that 6-run inning, Ken.
Is that what you're looking for
That's
right
what I'm
here?
looking for right
All
here, yeah. 6-run.
Try and get it. Well, if it's going to happen, this is
Let's do
the
it.
order it's going to happen in. Especially with the number 9 hitter getting the single to get on base. Got a miss on the outside. 2-1 now. The count.
Really slow curve that time.
On deck, Levi Wells, followed by Drew Miller. 2-1 pitch count. Here's the pitch. Tried to go the opposite way.
Drag steer rip is rolling.
2-2.
One of the local things here locally that we really just don't ever really talk about a whole lot is the drag strip, which really been going for years here in Clay City.
Yeah, I can hear it pretty good where I'm at.
Yep.
Try to go the opposite way again.
What are we?
No foul.
As far as the crow flies from where we are right now, it's only about, 2 miles probably at the most for the drag strip from here?
Yeah, probably.
But you got to drive a few more miles to get there from here because you got to make a few turns.
Actually, let's call it 3.
Call it 3?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll call it 3 miles.
2-2. Carter Poe. And a walk and a ground out. Run scored. There's a shot.
It's
Could
going to drop
in. And it does.
But will they get the guy second, though?
No, nice job by Kane Knox, though. He kind of held up just enough. And then once it fell in, he was able to advance to second. So a single by Poe. So now runners at first and second.
That's a good read. Good read by Knox, like you said.
Yeah.
If he doesn't read, he thinks it's going down. He's doesn't have the kind of lead that he had, and he gets thrown out at second base, and Poe loses a hit.
Yeah.
Happened
One of
to me
those
before.
as a runner, it's kind of tricky, right?
Yep.
Now coming up to the plate, Nevaeh Wells. Stranded at third, his first plate appearance. Well, actually, no, excuse me, he's actually involved in a double play on a tag, and then he had a single and a run scored his last plate appearance. We'll get a time as he'll step out of the box. It's his third plate appearance here, bottom of the fourth. Powell County leading 4-0 here, looking to get a couple more runs across to pad that lead. Here's the pitch. Gonna miss high and inside for ball one. Get David Andrews on the mound for Lee County. Knox down at second, Poe at first. Nevaeh Wells up at the plate. 1-0 is the count with nobody out. Here's the pitch. And squared around like he was going to bunt. Instead, he pulls it back. Pitch well out of the strike zone.
We talked about that over the softball game. A couple players tried to square and let pitches go that they shouldn't have bunted at, and that's what you got to do right there. Just bring it back.
2-0 pitch count now.
I can see a bunt is in line though for where we are.
Runners go. Throw down to second, and they're going to get there easily.
Something you don't
nice
normally
job
see.
on the double steal.
But something you don't normally see though is going to second base versus going to the lead runner. So double steal works. 3-0 count on Wells. Probably a take situation here.
To load him up?
Yep. For Miller.
Yeah, he's not shown that he can throw you a strike. At that point, you're definitely taking on this one, in my opinion.
Show that bunt again, see if he throws into the ball.
And he'll get the walk. So it's going to load him up. That'll bring up Drew Miller. He had a walk, a single, a run scored. He was the other player involved in the double play.
Andrews has had a couple long innings. I'd say he is probably starting to get a little winded out there as well. Had a long inning last time, a long inning in the second. So
let's see what the Pirates are able to do with the bases loaded, nobody out. Number 3 hitter in the lineup, Drew Miller, up at the plate. A chance to bust this one open, David. Just what you were looking for.
Yes, it is.
Here's the pitch. And
Got him.
He's going to get hit. That's not what Andrews wanted. Obviously, as Knox will come in, that will advance the runners. Poe will go down to third. Wells down to second. Miller over at first on the hit by pitch.
And an RBI.
And an RBI to boot.
A run butted in, we'll call it that way, right? Because it got him right on the butt.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
New name for it there.
Now Dylan Carter up at the plate.
Runner
single.
Trent in. Replaces Miller at first.
A single walk and a run scored. See if he can't get another single. Bases still loaded. Squares around like he's going to bunt. Down the first base line. One run will easily score.
Nobody to throw
covering
to.
first. Wow. That
Yep.
was excellent. Well executed that time.
So base hit.
And Poe was literally almost 2/3 of the way down the line before that ball was even touched.
So we got Poe scored, right?
Yes, he did.
All right, so we scored 2 in the inning. Bases still loaded here for Mr. Dickin. Good bunt that time by Carter. He bunted it so well toward first base. The first baseman came in. The second baseman was toward second. He couldn't get there in time to play the ball. Pitcher fielded it. Nobody to throw to.
Here's the pitch. Low and outside for ball one to Lacey Dickin.
Small ball the Pirates are playing here tonight. It's working. Kind of like, almost like both teams did the same thing here tonight.
He hit into the double play and then infield fly rule. His last plate appearance where he was out. 1-0 is the count.
He just balked.
Still nobody out. Bases loaded.
He got away with it. Oh, never mind. He was on the rubber. My bad.
Now he's set. Here's the pitch. Gonna miss. 2-0 is the count. Again, still nobody out. Bases loaded. Powell County leading 6-0 now over Lee County. The boys' 56th district baseball tournament. I'd like to thank our primary sponsor, Marcum Wallace, Mercy Health, Marcum Wallace Hospital. How about that?
Works.
Gonna miss 3-0. 3-0 count to Lacey Dickin with Bo Bagley on deck. Again, the bases loaded, nobody out.
Red light, red light, red light. Taking all the way. Maybe.
Better be taking. There's a called strike. And he's kind of struggled as far as his strike pitches, right?
Yep, he has missed a lot here in this inning.
He has missed enough anyway.
I
right?
thought he was getting tired in the third. I'm pretty sure he's getting tired here in the fourth.
Here's a 3-1. There's a grounder. Oh, it's going to get through. One run will score. And another one will score. It's going to be bobbled out in left field. And 2 runs will score.
E5.
Yep. Wells will come in, courtesy runner. Trent will come in. Carter down to second. Lacey Dickin down to first, but it will be an E5.
We'll give him an RBI for the first run to score, but can't give him 2 on the air played, and the coach making another
It's going to make it 8-0. Yeah, and that's unfortunate for the third baseman down the line, and Jared Lucas. Ball was right there, but he lifted up right as it got to him, went underneath his legs, and then the left fielder, Timothy Tipton, kind of bobbled it. I don't think it would have mattered
Didn't
one way
matter.
he bobbled
No.
it or not. The second run was going to score regardless.
Yeah, that play didn't matter. Carter wasn't going anywhere from second base. Keep the pressure on right here. Again, they're going to leave. Looks like they're staying with their pitcher. Right?
I think that's pretty much what you almost have to do, right?
Well, I just think he's gassed. If he had somebody else, I'd have to probably try to throw him. But, again, 8. No, they're changing.
Are they?
Yeah, it's a change. So I could not tell the number. It looks like number 8, but do they have a number 8? Anyway, we'll step away for a station break. Be back in a second.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network on your official station for Pirate Athletics, WSKV 104.9 FM Pickup Country, and streaming 24/7 online at listenlikealocal.com.
All right, we have identified the player now. It is Timothy Tipton. He was the left fielder. He will come in to pitch.
I'm assuming he and Andrews actually just
Switch spots.
Right.
Yep. So, again, Tipton was not hitting. He was just in the lineup for defense. Now he's coming in to pitch here. Again, it looked like to me that the pitcher was really tiring. But they've made the change now here in the bottom of the fourth inning with Powell County really, again, it is the fourth inning. You have to play 5 by 10 or 15 after 3. Again, they'd have to have a big run here to score 7 more. But off to a good start with 2 on, nobody out still. They've had 4 cross the plate already in the fourth, as it'll be Begley, Del Rosario, and Ramsey to the next 3 batters up for Powell County.
So Timothy Tipton taking over on the mound for Lee County. Coming up to the plate for the Pirates will be the second baseman, Bo Begley. Pirates have runners at first and second. Still nobody out. They've already scored 4 runs, now leading 8-0. And how many more they need to get across this time?
Well, 2 more would make it 10.
2 more would make it 10.
And if Powell County could shut down Lee County in the at the top of the 5th inning, that would be a night.
But let's not just be content with 10, right? At this point, you want to get as many as you can.
You do, and that might get us out here by 10:30, not midnight.
Yeah, as you called
4th.
it, right? You know.
Yeah.
Bo Bagley squaring around like he's going to bunt, and I don't know why he's even like that. Irritates me when it comes in like that.
Let it go.
Because it's well out of the strike zone. You're not going to make contact with it along those lines. That's not the pitch you're looking for to try and lay a bunt down.
But he has played a couple nice bunts down here recently, so we'll give him 1 pass, right?
I get it, but I mean that's just way too far outside.
Yeah, let it go.
Way too far.
New pitcher, see what he's got, make him throw strikes. Just keep the line running.
Still looking for the call. Catcher Donathan sitting there looking over to the bench, saying, "What's the call?" He didn't know. There's the bunt. They're going to try and go to third.
And no play. And it's
no play. Yeah, I'm not, the play's at first. Instead, you try and go to third, and
so
it's going to advance everybody.
I guess give him a hit on that one. It's kind of
agree.
Fielder's choice, no play, but Begley's we'll give him a hit on that one.
Okay, when he turned to go to third, and I'm not sure why you're actually worrying about that one at this point. The out is more important than the guy advancing to third.
Well, he's trying to get anybody out, but
no, I get that.
Second base guy, right? That's where you have no communication to be able to. And nobody's talking about where the play should be.
And guess who's up?
It's
Del Rosario,
and he's hit 2 bombs thus far.
He's due for a home run.
He's due one to fall for sure, right? Well, more to fall. Again, it fell last time over the center fielder's head. Deepest part of the park.
Here's the pitch. There's a shot down the third base
Dylan,
line.
watch out. Dylan and Josh down the line. And Mr. Hammonds, the umpire, that was that's the hardest ball hit all night.
That was the hardest ball hit all night.
Albeit
Look, it made
foul,
it all the way
but
to the fence.
Oh, that was smoked down the line.
Was smoked down the line. Out in front of it just a little bit too much. 0-1. Lay off of that one for ball one. One ball and 1 strike.
Tipton does throw a little sidearm action at him. A little different look.
1 ball, 1 strike. Still nobody out. Bases loaded here for the Pirates, leading 8-0. Scored 4 runs already here in the inning. Lay off of that one on the outside. 2-1 now.
Sidearm curveball. Reminds me a little bit of watching that Suter for the Reds, kind of watching him throw, kind of resembles the way Tipton's throwing, albeit he doesn't throw 90 like the major leaguer.
2-1. 2-2 now, foul ball. I'm assuming that one went over it.
Yeah, it went behind us. Yes.
Yeah.
Probably in the concession stand that may have already closed.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to Jordan Del Rosario, the left fielder for the Pirates. Here's the pitch. Gonna foul that one off to stay alive.
Good job by Jordan staying alive here. Again, coming in with a different look. That ball moves quite a bit. That sidearm motion does have a little bit of movement on the ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bases loaded. Bottom of the 4th inning. Powell County leading 8-0. 4 runs scored here in the inning. Here's the pitch.
There's another high pop. Infield fly rule is called.
And they'll make the catch for out number 1. Bring up Tucker Ramsey. So 1 out. Is that a little interference there? Kind of sound like it. Tucker Ramsey up, number 8 hitter in the lineup.
Hit the first time up, flew out to the left on a drive deep to left the last time up by Ramsey.
Sing on the outfield. See what happens here with the bases loaded now with 1 out. Kane Knox on deck that led things off here in the inning. A fly ball to right field.
That may drop.
It may drop. Actually,
ball did not drop. That ball didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it didn't. It looked like it was going to. Another catch by the second baseman, Jake Mays.
We're going to bat around again. Kane Knox led off the inning with a single. He's going to bat one more time, Ken. Here in the 4th. We'll have to move our innings over again. Here we go, messing up my scorebook. That's all right. Get some runs in, Kane.
Yeah. Like to see him get a single here, right?
Fishman of the year. Get the job done, son.
Yeah, he's been on base twice. A double, an RBI, a single and a run scored. See if we can help your cause again here. Get 2 more runs across. Here's the pitch. Oh, there's a shot to center field. It's deep, and it's going to go back, and they'll make the catch at the fence. Nice job by the center fielder, Sheldon. Nice contact that time by Kane Knox. The Pirates will get 4 runs. They'll lead 8-0. We'll take a break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Toyota South in Richmond is moving forward. Family owned and operated since 1915. Meet General Manager Charlie Johnson.
As a native of Powell County, I would like to personally invite you to take the short drive to Toyota South in Richmond. Between Toyota South and our 5 other dealerships, we keep around 600 used cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles. So, regardless of what you're looking for in a used vehicle, chances are we have it, and as General Manager of Toyota South, I will make your short drive well worth your time. Come see me soon at Toyota South in Richmond.
Toyota South in Richmond. Online at toyotasouth.com or call their friendly staff at 877-605-4326.
GTX Manufacturing prides itself on being a U.S. manufacturing company, providing competitive, low-cost, high-quality products and services. They're centrally located in the U.S., just minutes from Lexington, Kentucky, in Clay City. GTX Manufacturing, supporting the broadcast of your Powell County Pirates. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School. Dave Faulkner along with Ken Simon, and Angela over here with us tonight. She says she's getting really sleepy.
Yeah, long day.
No, she didn't say that.
She
I was
didn't
just
say
kidding.
that.
Because I'm getting really
Dave's
sleepy.
getting sleepy is what it is. He's
Past
trying
my
to
bedtime.
blame somebody else for him having a lack of sleep.
Need some backup here. Been here all day already. Just teasing. Again, that was a good inning by Tipton coming in to spell the pitcher and coming in with nobody out. Bases were juiced and gets out of it with 3 batters and 2 pop-ups. And probably the hardest hit ball of the night in fire territory was the ball hit by Knox there. Again, really right through the center fielder. So
Yeah, probably about 355 maybe, right? It was.
I'm telling you, it was a
way
well-hit
out
ball.
there. Yeah, it was. A nice job again by the center fielder, Landon Shelton. Powell County will get those 4 runs across on 4 hits. They've scored 1 run, 3 runs, and 4 runs in the last 3 innings to lead 8-0.
And it's been a small ball, a lot of small ball tonight for the Pirates. It's been just well done for Powell County. So Mays will lead off here. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Cats.
Here's the pitch.
3-1.
Yep.
Well, it's fun.
No, it'll be all 1.
3-1. Dylan
It should
going
be
over to
ball
say
1.
that was
I mean, that's
a pretty good pitch, Carter.
Yeah. Everybody gonna have a good laugh on that one.
Mm-hmm. I think it's ball 1. Is it not?
Yeah, it should be. Right? He lost it. Didn't make it across the plate. Know how, unless they're going to give him a pass.
Really don't matter now.
Nice job, and a little flip, and they're going to get there.
Flip there.
Yeah, at that point.
Weird play.
Yeah, Dylan Carter tried to flip it back.
If Dylan would have just come back over and tag the runner, that would have been much easier.
I would agree, yeah.
So that has to go down as an error on Dylan on that. I used to give him an error, but it wasn't the toss.
I agree with that.
I think he could have tagged him.
I think he could have as well. He had a lot more time than what he thought.
Yes, he did.
So Lee County with the runner over at first. Gonna square around, going to get the bunt down. It's going to go foul. Nice job that time by Carter Poe.
How fast is Poe to get to that
one
spot?
In foul territory, right, to keep it from rolling back in. The way that it's cut here, right, that grass could
easily kick it back.
Yeah.
He picked it up right in the nick of time before it probably kicked it back. But a nice bunt attempt that time by
Wilder,
yeah.
Down on the count, 0-1. Right fielder struck out his first plate appearance. Just his second attempt up at the plate.
Why not? It's worked for the Pirates. See if it worked for them. Step off and forget those bandits first.
I think he kind of did. Here's the 0-1. Gonna go down the first base line. Throw to first. They'll get him. He'll advance the runner, which is what he was looking to do. So 1-3 ground out for out number 1. They'll bring us back up to the top of the order. The center fielder, Landon Shelton, made a nice catch on a deep fly ball hit by Kane Knox to end the inning. Had a single, reached third, and popped one up to the shortstop, his second plate appearance. Another lefty here.
Definitely a bat-to-ball kind of guy, looks like so far, a single with the fly out to short. As it struck out.
So 1 out, runner at second. Here's the pitch. Miss on the outside for ball 1.
What grade did you say he was in, or did you?
I believe a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually, he's a senior, one of the two seniors. The other one not really seen play, Riley Boone, will be the other senior, but he's at least the lone senior that we've seen here play. I was thinking he was a sophomore, but going to miss. 2-0 is the count now. At this point, we're just now in the top of the fifth. Carter Poe on the mound. And at this point, though, he's thrown a lot of pitches himself here.
He has. Now, I don't think there's any plans on using him on the championship game, but again, going forward, he's in that rotation for the regional tournament, maybe.
Pitch on the inside, going to miss. 3-0.
Hasn't done a bad job. He's kept him off balance really with the curveball. He can spot throw the fastball when he needs to now because the curveball kind of keeps him off balance, make that fastball look about 5 miles an hour harder than what it probably is. Therefore, it harder to hit that fastball. Curveball worked well. Now we walk. We got a time. I don't know if he called a balk or Gary Hammonds, the third base umpire, has called time.
He's not really talking very loud.
So whatever it was, Gary looked over at the Pirate bench and said, "My bad." So not sure what that was, but the umpire's got to make sure where they're at too, right?
Yeah. 3-0. Going to miss. Going to give up the walk. So runners at first and second. That will bring up Jace Osborne, the shortstop. Reached on an error, a stolen base, was stranded at second, and then had a single, was stranded at first.
Levi, I might be coming at you, buddy.
So Lee County with runners at first and second with just one out, trailing 8-0 here in the top of the fifth. Going to miss for ball one. He's not throwing a strike in a good while. That's why I was kind of,
Well, I don't know who else they have. They have some guys that can throw. Again, can't use Knox, can't use Wyman. He's done. You got Dylan Trent, who has been the runner, who's thrown this year. Halcom.
Going to miss. 2-0.
Noah Marcum. Those would be the guys left that you could use. But this, high-pressure game, I'm not sure you're going anywhere, but right there where it is.
2-0 pitch out. 3-0. It's back-to-back players now with the 3-0 pitch count. Osborne will take a walk to load them up.
Oh, yeah. Again, everybody that get on base is more pressure on you to got to throw strikes. And you're not going to hit a 8-run home run right here.
There's a strike.
This is where, later on you could think to yourself, you got to end those games when you get the bases loaded. You really got to put it out of reach, get those extra 2 runs, and hope your pitcher can get you out of this one more inning. You don't want to stretch this kid out to where you're throwing him too much tonight. Again, you don't want to come in with Dickin to use him for Monday, but
chopper to second base.
And we've got.
And the ball's going to hit the player. Vaguely looking for interference.
They're not going to get anything. If they didn't make a call, they're not getting nothing out of this. So it's going to be a.
So Mays will come in.
I guess a base
second.
Hit. Then, right?
It'd almost have to be, right?
I mean, I wasn't touched by anybody except maybe the batter, but we couldn't tell. So
Shelton, they're going to talk things over. I mean,
wait before we pencil everybody in.
Yeah.
If it did hit the runner, everybody has to go back, and the batter is awarded first base. He would get a base hit. If it hits the runner, that runner is out. The runners cannot advance beyond that. So
yeah, if interference is
the call. So we have to kind of wait and see here. Again, if it did hit the batter, it's pretty cut and dry. But here's my thing: nobody called it.
Call them safe.
Here's my thing: with nobody calling anything early, then that means nobody saw it. So if nobody saw it, they come to that conclusion, which I don't know if it did or not. Begley said for sure it did. I can't imagine there's any way it got by him other than something happened to the ball.
I would agree with that. That I mean, he's not one to make errors, right?
No.
At second
so
base.
we got bases.
So, I mean,
what do we got here? First and third.
Correct. Yeah, that'll bring up Jared DeLucas
On a weird base hit.
So Lee County will get one run across.
And threatening here.
8-1. Getting runners on the corners with one out. Because easily that would have been out number 2 with the throw over to first. Who cares about the run at that point, right? I'm just taking the easy play. Get Jared Lucas struck out, grounded out. And he got hit by a pitch.
Yeah, I just think I'm really thinking Powell may be done.
That's why I said that earlier.
Oh, I know. Here comes Frank Spencer to talk about it. It's one of those deals where now you've got yourself in a bind.
Yeah, again,
What was it Thursday? You use Knox for 7, which means he's burned for the tournament or for today's game.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to Dickin because you could burn him for Monday. Kane he could be back Monday, but he was stretched pretty far in the Thursday night contest. So, not second guessing or anything. I'm just saying this is something you have to look forward to. If your guy can't go, whatever, and you don't put enough runs on the board to end it early, this is the issue you run into.
Well, and Poe has thrown a lot of pitches.
Yes.
He's thrown a lot of pitches. Again, here in this inning, he already has 2 walks that he's given up. And those counts were 3-1 and 3-0.
Right, and a guy that's wasn't in the rotation early on in the season became the number 3 when Wireman went down. So, at best, he was 4. So, he's really piled up the innings here in the last couple of weeks. So, again, it's a high-stress game. It's 8-1's the score. You're okay. Now, a big hit here, man, makes everything a lot different.
Jake Jewell, the first baseman, up at the plate. Nice job by Miller to keep that one in front of him, but another ball. Jewell has struck out both plate appearances.
Well, again, I'm not questioning the throwing the curveball, but right now he's struggling with every pitch.
Yeah, he can't throw a strike. Well, he can, but, it's not happening. Foul ball.
Took a little bit off that fastball, which is a dangerous thing to do. But, again, you have to have strikes. You put the ball in play. Again, the weird play there to second base a while ago. I'm not blaming anybody on the call. If it hit somebody that didn't see it, they didn't see it.
Here's the pitch. Gonna miss. Again, a nice job by Miller to block that one.
That hurt. That got his throwing hand.
Yep.
Nice stop. He's going to take a walk. The play I was talking about with Begley at second, the runner didn't do anything wrong. He ran straight through. He didn't try to make a move to call interference on him. Now, if it hit him, then that's a whole different story. But other than that, he didn't do anything wrong. I'm not sure what happened on the play. It was just a weird play. I may have to watch that one back just to see.
2-1 pitch count. Just one out. And a miss on the outside. 3-1. It's got to be the last batter he faces, right?
Doubt it. Nobody's won. Well, there's activity.
Well, maybe, you go one more batter, but again,
looks like it's going to be Marcum in the bullpen.
Again, you have a 3-0, a 3-1, and a 3-1, and a hit by pitch. And to get the walk, going to bring another run across.
We go from almost having it over with to our situation. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
now coming up, David Andrews. He struck out and walked.
Here comes Coach Spencer. This will be it.
Yeah, you have to. You got to make the change. I mean, to me, you have to.
Marcum just hadn't been throwing long. So Del Rosario will come out, and that will probably send Poe will go back to probably left field, I would think.
And Poe did a nice job. It's just, he just threw way too many pitches down the stretch here and just kind of lost his control. And again, that's
they're bringing Dickin in.
Fatigue. you know.
Del Rosario to third base. Dickens going to come in to pitch.
And then who would that send to left field?
Poe back to left field or right field, and maybe if Poe or Knox, one would have to go to the left. So if you're bringing Dickens in here, you have to limit his pitches to less than, I think it's 30. Doable. I mean, I can get that, but
maybe you try and get out of the inning and, you know.
And go with somebody else in the next.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be wise. Again, it's not going to.
You can't let him get a high pitch count.
Throwing 30 pitches today won't bother him much for Monday, but again, this is the direction they didn't want to use. But again, we set this up for you on Thursday. This exact situation here about you burning your number 2. So if you don't want to use 1 and 2, somebody's got to go the distance, and that's not going to happen here tonight. So Poe can't go more than the 4 and a third. Is that right? 4 and 1/3. Yeah, we only got one out this inning, right? So
yeah,
Dickens going to be the hard thrower here. He could go out there and kind of wipe these guys out. But if Dickens' control is off, or if they get a hit off him, then you're back to playing a good baseball game here.
Well, to me at this point, I'm throwing him in, get out of the inning.
Get me out.
And putting him back on third, throwing Del Rosario back in left field. And
well, then that's when you say, guys, give me about 5 runs, so we'll try to end this thing.
And they had an opportunity, and that's the unfortunate part, right?
They had an opportunity to blow it open there in the 6th. Spencer's going to come back out. Again, this is not a – he can continue. I guess he's just taking his armband.
So Powell County leading 8-2 now is your score. Lee County with 2 runs here in the top of the 5th.
Oh, we didn't have a left fielder yet.
Yeah, we do.
No, he didn't. He didn't move.
Yeah.
Do he? He brought – I don't know what's going on now. So Del Rosario is going to go back to the dugout. So this is just the other –
I'm confused.
This is Marcum.
Del Rosario is coming out.
I think
who was the left fielder?
I think Marcum's coming in to pitch. I don't think that. Yes.
And he is.
Dickens not going to throw a pitch.
Okay, he was warming up, and maybe they were trying to buy it a little bit more time. Right?
I think he has to throw to a batter. I think he has to pitch to one batter. I don't think you can make this change unless it's an injury to Dickens. I think he has to face one. We'll see how the umpires do this.
And maybe he never even brought in another player, right?
Well, I believe the rule says if you bring someone in, they have to face a batter. You know, I know what the major league rule is 3 batters, but in high school,
he didn't necessarily make a change though out on the field other than Dickens from third to the mound.
Correct.
Right? And he brought in Del Rosario.
But if you say he's in
bring anybody else in.
But if you say he's in as my pitcher, he has to throw to a batter.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, but I still think he was short one player.
Right
in that regard, and therefore maybe he never actually made the true switch. I don't know. I'd be curious to see
warmed
what happens
up.
Here.
That to me, that was a switch. They may get away with it. May not be any issue. This is the move I thought they were going to make with Marcum. I didn't expect Dickens to be in.
No, I wouldn't have thought so either. That's why I thought, well, maybe they're just bringing him in to get out of the inning here and then take him back out. Where
No,
Marcum
that made
was
sense.
Down,
made perfect sense.
or Marcum was, there in the bullpen trying to get warmed up.
The umpire started to walk out and say something, but he stopped. Unless Lee County says something about it, I'm not sure anything will happen.
I don't know how many pitches you're going to give him.
8 is all you get. And some people only give you 5, but I think it's 8. New pitchers get 8 pitches.
I don't think the batter even realizes the umpire's not behind the plate.
Yeah, wants somebody to call timeout. But it's
exactly.
Marcum.
Yeah.
And Dickens is at third. No changes. That puts Poe in left.
So the bases are loaded.
Yep.
1 out for Lee County here in the top of the 5th.
They call him Jimmy.
They claim he just balked.
He did. And he did. Balk was called by Coach Hammonds.
Yeah, he did.
Balk
He
was
balked.
called. Yep.
He did, no matter how you look at it.
Yep.
I mean, it happened. Sorry that you weren't necessarily situationally aware that that's what you did, but you did.
So now runners at second, third, another run in, 8-3 the score. Two runners in scoring position. Getting young pitcher, what is he? What is Noah? Or Jimmy, as they call him.
Junior. David Andrews up at the plate. The pitch. Jam him on the inside for strike 1. So runners at second and third for Lee County. 3 runs all the way already across, and threatening to add more.
Key hitter right here. I'll tell you, it's a big-time key hitter.
Number 5 hitter in the lineup.
Going to the bunt.
Foul that one off.
Now, I like a bunt, but I don't want to trade an out for a run right here. I want to extend this inning.
I would agree with that. I
got to have 5. If I only had to have 1 or 2, or if I think I could get this guy in the 6th or 7th, maybe that's okay to get 1 or 2 more.
0-2 pitch count. Foul that one.
That'll wake him up over in the dugout area.
Yeah, it will. Count remains 0-2.
Again, the pitch is really moving in on this guy, so he really blows a lot of crossfire action from that left side.
And he'll get the strikeout. Nice job by Marcum to come in.
Good pitch.
Get out number 2. Bring up Kanan Donathan, the catcher. Flied out and struck out. Take it off his shin guards. So 2 outs, runners at second and third for Lee County. Trailing 8-3. 3 runs across here in the top of the 5th.
Now he's going to go full windup with 2 outs. Oh, going straight back to the stretch. Sorry.
Here's the pitch.
Nice play by Miller.
Yeah, he's done a nice job back there behind the plate. Pitch is going to miss for ball 1. Getting Kanan Donathan up the plate, catcher. And a miss again. 2-0. Now first base is open.
Yeah, no walk, no problem.
2 outs though. 2-0 pitch count. Got Lucas over at third, Jewell at second. Lee County threatening here in the inning. Gonna miss. And they get 3-0. No harm, no foul at this point as far as getting him first base. If you walk him, no big deal. Be nice to get the out with 2 outs instead of loading them up. There's a called strike. 3-1. A lot of the crowd's left, haven't they?
Yeah, they left with 8-0 thinking we were going to score some more. Then the model will come back.
Right.
This game may get interesting.
3-1. Gonna miss, gonna load him up. You get the strikeout, then you give up the walk. That'll bring up Bentley Deaton, the DH. Struck out and grounded out his first plate appearance.
He's a lefty, so we'll see lefty on lefty here.
Bases are loaded.
We'll see if he pulls off the ball coming from the little crossfire action from Marcum.
Lefty against lefty, as David said. Here's the pitch.
Got him.
Wow.
Worked well for him.
Yeah, it did. Gonna walk in another run and keep the bases loaded. Everybody will advance. And now stepping back up to the plate will be Jake Mays, who led things off on a play where he probably should have been out.
So we batted around now.
Yeah.
We're going back to Mays, who started us off with the play down the first place line when Carter could make a tag versus a toss, elected toss, and it got away from Poe at the time, and now look where we are.
8-4.
Bases loaded. Play of the game right here, I would think here. This is probably the key batter of the night.
Oh, totally agree with 2 outs.
Yeah.
Bases loaded. Yeah.
I mean, that's not the ball game. The Grand Slam only ties it, so.
Gonna miss high. Pirates just need to settle in, and Marcum just needs to throw strikes. Kind of missed the mark since he's been in, other than the initial strikeout. And miss 2-0.
I like Marcum's not trying. He's doing the best he can out there. Again, hasn't had a ton of work on the season.
But still, you get a walk, then a hit by a pitch.
3 games, 5 2/3 of an inning is all he's thrown this season. So
miss 3-0.
You have to, wonder about the opportunities. Did you get him ready for the situation? That would be the next thing you would have to ask, right?
3-0 count.
Oh, there's the boss. Uh-oh. Back straight up, folks.
And he's listening. You know he's listening.
I know. A ball for it.
And going to get another walk, and guess what?
And here comes Coach Spencer.
Another run. Yeah, Coach Spencer going to come out 8-5 now. They've scored 5 runs here in this inning and 1 hit. 1 hit. 1, 3, 4, 5 walks, 1 hit by pitch.
Now
1 hit.
We're going to Trent. Still not going with Dickin.
You can't. You got to, he's your Monday. He's your championship
Okay, he's
pitcher.
not your championship pitcher if you're not there.
No, I agree with that 100%.
Okay.
But, I'm saying, but at that point, like Yeah,
I'm just making it clear that if you don't make it to Monday, it doesn't matter who you got left.
Well, at this point, we are just now in the 5th inning,
Well,
and
Trent,
it's 8-5.
9 2/3 inning for Trent for the season. He's got a 2.17 ERA. So he's done a pretty good job, but again, only thrown under 10 innings for the season with Trent. And again, just coming back from a foot injury, so good to have him back. But again, he's coming in under, again, high-pressure situation. Don't know how many times these guys, Marcum, Trent, have been in games where they've been this stressed as far as bases loaded. The game could be on the line. We're 8-5, bases loaded, tying run is at first base.
And
so,
guess what? We're still in the 5th inning, which means
Yes.
there's still the 6th inning and the 7th inning
to get
go.
through.
Yeah,
Yes.
to get through. I'm telling you, David said midnight.
I said midnight.
He said
and
that
guess
earlier.
what? We are well on our way to.
Yeah, what time is it, Dave?
10:11.
It's 10:11.
10:11.
Is that a time? 10:11.
10:11 is now.
It is now. Yep, you're exactly right.
No leaving. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, once you're committed, Angela. Sorry, Ethan's going to come in and take over. But
you gotta stay the night, Angela.
Angela's got a reprieve here. She's going to be able to exit the
exit
City
stage
Park.
left.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Coming up to the plate, Cole Wilder, the right fielder, struck out, grounded out.
Can't bunt here. You just gotta rip it.
Bases remain loaded. Again, just 1 hit, 5 runs. There's a strike. We're having a good time, aren't we? It's entertaining.
I'm just laughing at the Lee County crowd back here. No, there was no way those. And there was a high strike on the outside, but it was. Hadn't seen one in a while, so it's probably close, right?
Listen, you know as well as I do, you never can tell, right?
No.
As far as what the umpire, what he's seeing, he's right there on top of the action, and we're not.
I thought it was a close to call be a strike. I mean, I really did. I just love reactions out of folks. And again, don't blame the fans. They're being fans. That's what you do.
Everybody sees something different.
That's exactly right. It's all about perspective.
0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Oh, swung at a ball on that one, but instead it's going to be down in the count 0-2, Cole Wilder.
A bit of pop on that fastball by Trent.
Again, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. And struck him out. Going to end it. But guess what? Lee County will come away with 5 runs here in the inning on 1 hit. They'll trail 8-5. Powell County will come up to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? It's our promise to be more than a bank. We're your partner in growth, success, and community. From personal banking to business solutions, we're here to guide you through today's opportunities and tomorrow's challenges. This is Angie Rogers. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Stanton. If you would like to learn more, give me a call at 606-663-2283. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
At Wells Funeral Home, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Life is full of opportunities to show someone we love them. One such opportunity is the funeral or memorial service. Such a loving event celebrates the choices they made, the relationship you shared, and honors the memory of your loved one. Together, we will create a fitting and memorable event. Contact us today to discuss the possibilities. Call 606-663-9480 or visit us at 777 West College Avenue in Stanton.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School. The score now has changed quite a bit since last time Powell County was up. It was 8-0 going into the top of the 5th inning. Now the score stands at Powell County 8, Lee County 5. Scoring 5 runs in the 5th inning on one hit and 1 error on the Pirates. The rest walk, hit by pitches.
5 walks, 1 hit by pitch.
Yep.
Again on that lone hit, but you get 5 runs across. That's a good inning.
On the positive note, Powell County up to bat now with Carter Poe, top of the order up. Again, a lot of things happened in that inning I don't understand, but Dylan Trent did a good job coming in and finishing the inning off. Poe will lead off. Hopefully we'll get something going here, get a couple of those runs back. We'll feel much better about the ball game. Again, this game is now on.
And he felt bad for Carter Poe in regard.
Just ran out of gas, man.
He did. He just ran out of gas. I mean, had basically limited them to just 2 hits.
Just lost his control.
Yeah, just lost control. And that happens, you know. So let's see what the Pirates are able to do here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch by Tipton.
Tell you what,
called strike.
Tipton did a really good job when he came in. He really got the Pirates out of a big-time jam where they had a chance to maybe ice the game.
Yeah,
and,
true.
And come out and got a couple outs, a couple big outs for Lee County.
Here's the 0-1. Foul that one off. Back here out of play. Get down on the count, 0-2. He did. He got a couple of pop-ups to the second baseman for those 2 outs, and then Kane Knox hit a rocket to center field and right center at that. And it was caught by Landon Shelton. He'll come all the way back and
got the umpire in the foot.
1-2.
And we throw it shortstop. Now they probably have a new ball because it's wet. All right, let's go. Carter, get us started here in the 5th.
He's going to get a new ball. Gonna have to. Yep.
Well, they're getting now to where all the dew's kind of going to set in, and a lot of moisture on the grass. If the ball's hit now in play, it'll may cause some issues for the defense.
1-2. Tipton on the mound. Here's the pitch. Should be out of play, and it will. Count will remain 1-2.
Ethan now with us, and
he's had a long day.
He's had a long day.
Set up at softball field, baseball field.
Set up at Riverfest, worked it all day.
Yep, and now he's back. 1-2 is the count to Carter Poe, leadoff hitter here in the inning for the Pirates. This 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a miss, 3-2. Dave's having a good time. Full count. Nevaeh Wells on deck. Pull that one foul. 3-2. Count remains full. Again, Nevaeh Wells on deck, followed by Drew Miller, Dylan Carter in the 4 spot. Pirates need some runs.
There's a shot.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Simultaneously, didn't we?
Yep.
He'll get the single over the second baseman's head to lead things off. I'll bring up Nevaeh Wells.
Saw a lot of pitches to see that at bat.
Yes.
What? Oh. Nevaeh wanted to use that bat, he said. I'm going to use Carter's bat. He maybe did that the whole time. I don't know.
So nobody out. Runner at first for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 5th, leading 8-5 over Lee County.
Got him.
And it hit right in the back of the head.
That way, Nevaeh. Hustle down first.
So we'll send Poe down to second. Wells over at first. Drew Miller stepping up to the plate. Pirates have an opportunity to answer here.
Yeah.
Nobody out.
Need to answer.
Yeah, they do, especially after that 5-run
yeah.
inning that you give
we
up
thought
one
we
hit.
might get there by 10:30 if Falcon could score an extra 2 and hold them, and we were going home. And
no,
I
knew
I
as soon as
spoke
you said
too soon.
midnight.
I opened my mouth. I
You
shouldn't
said
have opened my
midnight,
mouth.
like in the first
time,
inning, and I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, it's on. Then we're not out of here till midnight."
Extra innings.
No. The fact you even said that, I'm disappointed. Here's the pitch. Here's a grounder.
Oh,
and it's gonna go off of the third baseman.
It's a tough play, though.
That was a tough play by Jared Lucas. Looked like he was going to be able to field it cleanly instead, right as he got there. I don't know if he kicked it. I'm not sure what happened. How it ended up taking a high hop there after he'd made contact with it.
I'm going to give him an error, but it was one of those plays where he made a pretty nice play just to get a stop on the ball. If he catches it, I'm not sure he can throw him out at first base, but we'll still.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I'm not so
Z5.
sure he could either. I'm just
Should
not
have fielded
sure
it
how
cleanly at
how
least,
got
right?
Kicked up like that. I feel like it went off his shoe.
Where he's playing the third base position, when if you're close to that cutout, if you take a bad hop on that cutout, you're just going to be at risk.
So bases loaded here for the Pirates. Nobody out. Dylan Carter up at the plate. Oh, they try to make the throw down there, and he's going to come in and be safe. Throw down to third and second.
Stolen base.
Stolen base. Home at that.
Stole home. We just witnessed it. He baited him, got the throw over, and beat the throw to the plate. So
Poe came in. Wells down to third. Now Miller down to second. Dylan Carter up at the plate.
And you can't just step over to third and throw it without stepping off the rubber to throw it home. You can't throw in front of him. That'd be a balk. So tried to pick him off. Had him picked, but that was the plan.
Well, they're going to get time. They're going to
put him
send him down to first.
You know what?
Load him up.
I would have to say it's probably a good move because he has probably been the best hitter of the night.
Yeah.
For the Pirates.
Again, why leave the base open, right? At that point, you get a force anywhere.
Well, now you can make them pay if you're Lacey Dickens. You drive one here, and you get all the runs back you just lost.
Yeah, as he should. Let's see what Lacey Dickens can do here.
Let's just score 6.
That works for me.
Okay, I'll just throw it out there.
Well, we're trending up. 1, 3, 4. Could get 6 here. There is a shot. 1 run will score. They're going to send the other one home. 2 runs will score. Nice first pitch hit by Lacey Dickens. He'll get 2 RBIs. That will bring in Wells and Miller. That will send Carter down to second. That'll bring up Bo Begley. So Pirates with 3 runs here to answer, making it 11-5.
Keep it rolling, Bo.
Nobody out. Bo Bagley up at the plate now for the Pirates, the second baseman. Timothy Tipton on the mound for Lee County. Here's the pitch. There's a base hit. Oh, nice job by. They're going to get the force at second. Nice job by Osborne, the shortstop. I thought it was going to get through. I didn't see him there. So I will send Carter down to second. Dickham will be out on the 6-4 fielder's choice. And Bagley will reach on a fielder's choice.
So Trent up for Del Rosario. Entered the game in his spot. He'll take over at this point.
Let's hope he can come through here, right?
Yeah, Del Rosario was hitting the ball hard.
Yes, he was. So runners on the corners for the Pirates Boys 56th District Baseball Tournament. He's going to try and put down the bunt.
One thing that Dylan does really well is bunt the baseball. Missed that one, that opportunity. But again, Tipton's got a lot of movement on the ball. He comes down from three-quarter, sidearm. Does have a lot of extra movement, so it is tough to pick up.
1 out, 0-1 count to Trent. Runners on the corners for the Pirates. I'd like to thank Mercy Health, Marcum Wallace. Going to bunt it down the first base line. He's going to get there. And he does. So he'll get all the way there. They're going to send him home. Nope.
But he's going to. No, he's not going to take second either. So we get the run in from third. Runner goes to third, and he gets first on a E or sacrifice E1, right?
Yes.
All right, now we are at 12-5. Tucker Ramsey at the plate.
Runners on the corners.
Winning run is now at the plate.
You going to bunt? What are you going to do here?
Hit it hard last time. I'd go back to the bat.
Oh, he did hit it hard.
He hit it really hard last time, yeah.
No, it wasn't last time. It was the time before. Last time he was involved in that pop-up to second base. Time before.
You are right. He's going to square the bunt.
Yeah. Runner
faked the
runner went. They faked the throw down there.
Try to get the runner to bait off third. He did not bite.
And it was a called strike.
It was a strike.
The runner at second and third. Powell County leading 12-5 now. They've answered the 5 runs that Lee County scored. Need a base hit. Ramsey.
Base
hit
hit.
it. That's going to drop. Yeah, sure enough. 1 run will score. They're going to send him in. Yep. And there'll not be a play at the plate. So 2 runs will score. Runner down to second. And he's safe. Safe. I think
went around the tag.
Yeah, I think he did. So Bagley comes in to score. Trent comes in to score. And Ramsey will make it all the way down to second.
So single on the play. Advanced on the throw. Here comes the coach to argue with the play. And I think what happened is Ramsey went around the backside of second base to evade the tag.
The gesture the umpire made, that's exactly what he showed. That he kind of did a little curve action there.
Well, the ball, we're not arguing with the ball, probably beat him there, but I think it was just a good aggressive slide around the bag. If we could pull up a replay, which we can't do, we just we don't want to mess anything up on the video side.
Well, and at that point, though, realizing that I'm not so sure with the camera angle what we would be able to see from there.
Well, now, if you've got Kane Knox at the plate, who's hit the ball hard a couple times tonight, now a base hit to the grass could score Ramsey, and this game would be final.
6 runs here for the Pirates.
Yeah.
Again,
and
1, 3,
out.
4, 6. We need 7.
One more.
So 1 out. Kane Knox up at the plate. Again, he had a shot to right center field. The warning track. Last plate appearance. The pitch. There's a called strike. That's a good take.
You think?
I'm okay with him taking that one. Yeah.
I mean, it's not the pitch he likes, right?
Correct.
Is that what you're saying it for?
Yeah. And at that point, you've not seen Tipton. Well, actually, I guess you did, but 1-1 now. Number 9 hitter in the lineup is Kane Knox.
Yeah, he was the fourth batter to see Tipton when he first came in. He actually got a base hit off Tipton. No.
And
he
let
flew
things
out
off.
Flew at the center.
in the last inning for those 4 runs. Here's the 1-1. Gonna miss.
Nice play by the catcher.
2-1. Carter Poe on deck, leadoff hitter for the Pirates. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just looking around.
Oh. Thought
Look behind
you
me.
know, you making Ethan nervous.
Yeah, make me nervous. People
Here's the
behind me.
2-1. Gonna miss on the outside. 3-1. Stop, you're gonna get me laughing. 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Kane Knox with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Going to get the walk. Nice plate appearance that time by Knox.
That doesn't hurt you terribly, except you're bringing one of the better hitters up for the Pirates, and Carter Poe. Pick up the walk by Knox. So now you got the force play on. Carter Poe at the plate.
Let's see if he can help his own cause, right?
2 for 3 on the night. 2 runs scored by Carter. Again, he is the pitcher of record.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. Oh,
just missed
close.
the van.
It did.
Just a bit outside.
Ethan
He said it don't matter
Ethan's
today.
so tired of this one, he just wants to just go home, go to bed. 0-1 is the count. Again, he does so much. I hope people appreciate and respect all that he does through WSKV. And if you don't, you should.
Definitely.
You'll make me mad if you don't. There's a base hit.
Won't score, Ramsey.
No, it won't score with a run. Again, he had to hold it up, but it is a single.
Just hit it too hard. A ball that, if it's high enough, that could make the catch. Ramsey can't go. There's no way he could be able to do that. But that loads the bases. One more time for Wells.
Not sure what we got going on here. They're going to make a change?
Position change or player change here?
They are. 99 is coming in. Who we got 99? Xavier Martin will be in, and he will replace the left fielder Andrews.
And a pitching. Looks like the coach is going to go out and talk to the
99
whole team.
42, so Lucas. Well, the bases are loaded. Coming up to the plate, it will be Levi Wells for the Pirates with just 1 out.
This is where your outfielders have got to come in. Your infielders have got to play up. I mean, you can try to get the double play in the middle, but your corners have got to come up. Your outfielders have got to come up so they catch a fly ball.
Plays at the plate.
Plays at the plate. And this is where one of those deals where you look kind of silly out there with how you're playing everybody, but that's how you anything in the air of any length scores the run that wins the game. So this is where you just bring everybody in to where they can throw it to the plate. Right now the outfield hasn't moved in.
But on one hand, I don't feel like that the plays, the throws on target at home in situations like this are what they used to be. I'm not so sure that that's practiced like it should be.
It is, I think, or at least
you know what I mean?
We always worked on it some, yeah.
But we did too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, from center field, I'm throwing it all the way home, at least on a hop or
See,
something. And
the outfielders are not in where they need to be, in my opinion.
No, they're not.
So
I'm kind of surprised.
Left fielder play maybe still shallow. He's okay.
Bases loaded.
Wells even try to get ahead of him with a ball, but Levi's got good enough back control. Put one in play right here and see what happens, buddy. I don't think they'll double you up.
And the infield is in. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Oh, not quite
I'll tell
sure
you
what
what
happened there. They're going to send it back.
If he doesn't swing, it probably hits him.
I think you're exactly right.
That ball, again, Tipton has got a lot of movement. That ball was coming right back at Levi when he took that swing. And I think it would have got him had he not swung the bat.
It's an 0-2 count to Wells. Drew Miller on deck. If he doesn't get a base hit or a hit by a pitch or something. Here's the pitch. Gonna miss. 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out to Levi Wells. The base is loaded. Powell County leading 14-5. Boys 56th District Baseball Tournament, sponsored by Mercy Health, Marcum Wallace. It's going to be fouled down the first base line.
And that's a ball, really, if you're the right fielder, you just say, I'm going to let that ball go regardless, because if I catch it, they score and win.
Situational baseball.
Situational baseball.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to think about even a foul ball when not to catch it.
1-2. Long time coming. Here's the pitch. Struck him out.
And he knew it.
Yeah.
Comebacker.
Now, this is the at-bat of the game thus far.
Well, here's
the
the
Pirates.
With the pitching situation, the way it is.
You've got to get a single in order to score the run.
This run has got to get in. I don't care if
this run has to
try
get
to
in.
steal Tucker Ramsey. You need to get this run in to end this game.
Miller has been on base all 4 times. 3 runs scored out of the 4. Here's the pitch. And there it is.
That might not do it.
Yep, that's going to do it. They're going to bobble it. And unfortunately, that's going to do it. As Miller will get the base hit. The Pirates will get a run across. They'll win 15-5 in 5 innings. An interesting game nonetheless. Let's do this. Let's go on and take a break. We'll come back and wrap things up quickly. That way we can get out of here because I know that Ethan is tired and he needs to get to the house. We'll be right back on the Powell County Sports Network. He's saying that, but he is.
Parents trust the emergency department at Mercy Health, Marcum Wallace Hospital when their children hurt. When an emergency strikes, we are right down the street and ready to help. We offer full-service emergency care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have X-ray, CT, and lab services on site for assessing, diagnosing, and treating patients quickly. The emergency department is a level 4 trauma center. You can expect expert care, quicker treatment, and improved outcomes. Choose the emergency department at Mercy Health, Marcum Wallace Hospital in Irvine.
Allen's Hardware is a hidden gem in Clay City and known for their dependable down-home service. Visit Allen's Hardware at 30 Black Creek Road and you'll find Valspar paints, Echo Power Tools, electrical supplies, septic system accessories, key cutting services, and even U-Haul rentals. That's Allen's Hardware at 30 Black Creek Road in Clay City. To find out more, call 606-663-1122. That's 606-663-1122.
You're listening to PCSN. The Powell County Sports Network would like to thank their sponsors and encourage you to choose businesses and organizations that support the broadcast of our young athletes, including our platinum sponsors, Uniquely Kentucky, Whitaker Bank, and Just Know You're Taken Care of Wherever Life Takes You, CG Bank. Our gold sponsors, Mercy Health, Marcum Wallace Hospital, Friends and Family Caring for Friends and Family, Appalachian Wireless, Better Service, Bigger Savings. Our silver sponsors, Funeral Home since 1939. Clark Regional Medical Center, care closer to home. Toyota South, exceptional customer service since 1915. Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, quality care that offers recovery and hope. Stanton Hardware, the helpful place. Powell County Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Our bronze sponsors, security and control from anywhere. Protect Security and Fire Systems, people serving people since 1912. People's Exchange Bank, helping families connect, honor, and remember. Wells Funeral Home, new items in stock. Allen's Hardware in Clay City, gifts and more. The Candle Hutch, U.S.-based GTX Manufacturing. Help you prepare for the unexpected. Whitaker Insurance Group. They love pirate sports, so let's love them back. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here. We're final from the Powell County High School baseball field. Powell County has got the win, 15-5 final in 6. Let me give you the rundown real quick while I got Ethan's phone in my hand.
It was in 5.
In 5, yes. It was the bottom of the 5th. Yes, right. So here we go. Championship game. Then we'll give the dates before I lose his phone. Championship game are on Monday, May the 19th. Softball will be at 5:30 at the softball field. Baseball at 7 o'clock. Again, probably will run into a Sunday issue
Yeah.
if the sun is out. So we'll say that real quick. 5:30 softball, 7 o'clock softball. We'll have both those games. Actually, we'll have. I don't know what we have. They have nothing.
I don't
probably have one or two.
Yeah,
I guess.
I don't know what we'll
I don't know what we have either. Anyway, that being
Regardless,
said, the times are 5:30 and 7.
We'll have both of those games.
Yes, thanks to Mercy
Marcum Wallace, or Mercy Health Marcum Wallace.
Yes.
Excuse me. I don't know why we keep messing that
There you
up.
go. Now
we're tired too.
Do your spiel.
All right. So the Powell County Pirates do win 15-5. Is your final in 5 innings for Lee County. 3 hits, 9 strikeouts, 6 walks, 1 hit by pitch, 5 runs, 7 left on base. Of course, these are unofficially for the Pirates. 15 hits, 1 strikeout, 6 walks, 15 runs, 7 left on base. The Pirates will go to 14-17 on the season. And for Lee County, they will go to 5-17 on the season. The Powell County Pirates will advance. They'll face off against Estill County in boys baseball action. And then in girls action will be the Lady Pirates playing host to the Estill County Lady Engineers. Again, so not necessarily unexpected in some ways, right, as far as the two teams, as far as the girls and the boys side, both of these teams actually advancing. But it was an entertaining game nonetheless here tonight. The Pirates had an opportunity to kind of close it out a little bit earlier. Give credit to Lee County. They hung in there, were able to get those 5 runs across to make it interesting. But then the Pirates answer and get 7 runs across here in the bottom of the 5th. And it was actually started in the inning by Kane Knox, who got things, in the wrong inning. It was actually started by Carter Poe, who actually got things going. He ended up having a single and then a walk to Levi Wells, an error to Drew Miller. Dylan Carter ends up getting a walk, kind of load the bases up.
Intentional walk, yeah.
Intentional walk. They get a fielder's choice out to Lacey Dickin, and then Bo Begley steps in. Dylan Trent steps in. Tucker Ramsey, a hit. Kane Knox gets the walk. Carter Poe gets another hit. Levi Wells strikes out, and then Drew Miller with the base hit. Sharply hit to Osborne, the
I gave him a hit.
shortstop. Yeah, it was sharply hit. It took a hop right at him. By the time he kind of got it and couldn't quite get it out of his glove, it kind of came out. By the time he was able to pick it up, it was way too late. Good speed by Drew Miller, but the Pirates come away with a win tonight to advance to that championship. But pitching issues, again, Carter Poe did a nice job, but then kind of got gas there at the end. But then as Pirates kind of went to see what they were going to do, kind of limited in that regard. Noah Marcum comes in, gave up several walks.
Struggled with control, yeah.
Struggled, and then they bring in Trent to kind of close things out. But still, the Pirates win and survive, right? You advance, and that's really what they did tonight.
Yeah, I was worried 8-5. I was a little concerned about where we were going. You was hoping for a big inning there late. We got that big inning and scored 7 runs. I didn't really expect us to score 7 runs, but the way
not at that point.
Not
right?
at that point, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the momentum was all Lee County's. Tipton had a good inning the inning prior, came out in the 5th, and really just a couple walks that he gave up, plus the team actually just put the ball in play, and they didn't play a couple of them well, and he come up with a 7-run inning. So kudos to the Pirates for getting the job done. Again, you did what you're supposed to do, in my opinion, and you get the win.
I thought we'd have gone to 7, though. The way that they came back and got the 5, I'm surprised, pleasantly surprised, obviously, that we were to get those 7 runs.
If we don't get those 7, and let's say come out in the 5th and we don't score, man, pressure was on at that time.
Yeah.
Because now you got to finish the game with 2 more innings with guys that haven't pitched a lot.
Right.
To try to salvage, not throwing your ace because Knox was unavailable for the game. So again, a lot of things happen that makes everything we talked about really doesn't matter. When your offense picks it up, and I think that's something that we've kind of waited to see all year. Kind of surprised it didn't happen maybe earlier tonight, but really the bunt, the small ball game, got the game going for the Pirates, just like it did for the Lady Pirates earlier. The small ball game got the job done, and I know everybody's talking about small ball. It's the bunts, it's moving the runners, it's making the other team play defense, and There were times when the bases weren't covered and some things just didn't happen for Lee County that you're just to do. But I think Powell County really spotted their bunts well. It's not only they got bunts down, they got them in the exact right spots. So kudos for the Pirate players for executing to perfection what they were trying to do. And, I know I talked to my cousin Scott, and he told me they've been working a ton on getting bunts down. And they were getting a lot better over these last 8 or 9 games where they've been on a bit of a winning streak. So now we're set for Monday, where it's going to be a matchup probably between, you would think Lacey Dickin would be the starter for the Pirates, and I would expect Drake for the Estill County, and for the other side, it'll be on the softball end. Kylie Schick, I'm sure, is going to get the ball for the Lady Pirates, as well as their ace as well for Estill County. Again, nothing else. I think they won 15-0, and to apologize, that game did not get broadcast for whatever reason, as far as it had technical difficulties. So apologize for that game, but Estill County did win over Owsley, I think 15-0 in 3. So again, that's set for Monday. Estill Powell at 5:30 softball. Estill Powell at 7 o'clock baseball. Hope they move the times back a little bit to make it at least 30 minutes where we can get coverage if they need to on WSKV. Again, we'll just check it out on the website on where it is, whether it's ECSN or PCSN, and we'll get back with you, after the weekend. Weather permitting.
And the weather, again, 45% chance of rain on Monday. But with that being said, the chances more statistically within certain hours as opposed to it being like an all-day thing. So it's not necessarily going to be a full wash.
And look at the way the fields rebounded from last night. The softball here, baseball here.
Yeah.
These guys, the coaches, have put a lot of time in getting these fields back to where not only playable but in awesome condition. So kudos for all the folks that did the work on the softball field and the baseball field, respectively. And, again, before we leave, send our thoughts and prayers out for the folks with the losses in all the counties toward south in Kentucky from the tornado damages last night. Just, hearts are heavy for you guys in London and Somerset and all the areas that were affected last night, again, by the 500 miles of severe storms. So, you're still in our prayers.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So, again, our final score, the Powell County Pirates defeat the Lee County Bobcats 15-5 to advance to the championship on Monday. And the Lady Pirates will face off against Estill County in girls softball. Again, 5:30 start and 7 o'clock scheduled starts for both teams, respectfully. So, for my broadcast partner, David Faulkner, Angela Osborne, who was with us doing baseball, Josh Nolan, who helped over at softball, Ethan Moore now taking over for us, Nevaeh Bridgman back in the studio. This is Ken Simon saying thank you for listening to the Powell County Sports Network here on WSKV 104.9 FM.
Thank you for listening, watching, and supporting Powell County Pirate Athletics. We also encourage you to support the community sponsors that invest to bring the live coverage to you. Visit the Powell County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com to find the most up-to-date sports broadcast schedule and all the ways you can listen to the game. Thank you for listening to Powell County Pirate Sports on the Powell County Sports Network.